Rainbow.
All right, guys, we're live. Welcome in, everyone, to the Sparkin Sports NFL live stream of the 4-5 Washington Commanders versus the undefeated 8-0 Philadelphia Eagles in this NFC East battle here from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Lincoln Financial Field. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Let's just get a few people streaming on in here before we officially get started, and I gotta mute that overlay. That is my scoreboard making that audio.
Like the ones you see here, make people their purpose.
Oh, stupid ads. Sorry about that, guys. Be quiet. There we go. It's from the ESPN scoreboard. There we go. All right, guys. National Anthem is just commencing here in Philadelphia, and we are just about to get underway. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope all is well on this Monday evening. Just make sure my chat is good to go here. Excellent. Kick off here in just about 4 minutes. My audio all good, guys? I'll have to double check again once the game officially starts. Make sure my game audio is all good. Let me make sure my tweet announcement actually went out for this. I'm pretty certain it did. Yep. It sure did. Perfect. There we go. Just dripping into one last commercial break before we officially get started here. So obviously the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the bigger surprise teams in the NFL, starting the season 8-0. Absolutely unforeseen start for them on the backs of Jalen Hurts and their new superstar wide receiver A.J. Brown, as well as their overall elite run game, their offensive line with Miles Sanders, and the offensive line, of course, anchored by none other than their all-pro center Jason Kelce, Their defense has been absolutely phenomenal. All around, the Eagles seem like a legit team, and it's all being driven by their superstar second or third year quarterback now, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been absolutely phenomenal in year number 3, year number 2 as the full-time starter. He's really taken that next step forward in his development. He sees the field a lot better. His athleticism is elite. It's amongst the top 3 in NFL quarterbacks right now. Jalen Hurts is an absolute weapon. And speaking of weapons, obviously they went out and got him A.J. Brown, a true number 1 receiver to pair with some of their other weapons such as Quez Watkins and tight end Dallas Goedert. So Eagles are definitely one of the more exciting teams in the NFL. Then there's the Washington Commanders, who had a very slow start to their season with Carson Wentz as their quarterback. Injuries and overall poor play have sent Wentz to the sidelines, and now Taylor Heinicke has taken over as the starting quarterback after he was the full-time starter last season. And overall, I feel like he's brought in a bit of a spark to that offense. Definitely they've had their highs and they've had their lows with Taylor Heinicke. The highs, of course, include beating the Green Bay Packers a couple of weeks ago. Taylor had a really phenomenal finish to that game after starting kind of rough. Unfortunately, it was kind of the opposite the following week against the Minnesota Vikings. Taylor looked good to start off in that game against the Vikings, but then in the end, he absolutely crumbled and ended up throwing the game-losing interception to Harrison Smith. All right, guys, it looks like we are just about to get started here from the city of brotherly love. Let me get the game audio going here. Make sure everything's all good audio-wise. Yep. All right, we are good to go, guys. Oh, I need to mute that. Do not want to get a copyright claim. One of my streams got a claim yesterday. How's everyone doing this evening, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to leave a like down below. Really helps us out. Helps push this stream out to fellow NFL fans. Also, if you're so inclined, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps you make sure you see each time we go live for these streams. All right. Let's get going, man. Eagles win the toss. Commanders will get the ball to start. So we will see Taylor Heinicke to begin. Jake Elliott will kick off for the Eagles. Nick Sirianni doing a phenomenal job in his second year as a Philadelphia Eagles head coach.
Have to wait a little while to watch number 1 take the field, and off we go as Elliott will kick it away.
And here we go from Philadelphia. From the 1-yard line, Antonio Gibson across the 40, a flag flies. Gibson gets to the 43, but have to imagine that is coming back. It is going to be a hold on the Commanders. Alex Kemp is our referee tonight.
Alex Kemp is our referee.
Seems like it's just a hold. I don't know what the holdup is. No pun intended.
Holding, receiving team number 88. Half the distance to the goal line. First down, Washington.
That's Armani Rogers, a backup tight end.
Armani Rogers,
that was
guilty party there for Washington. And here comes Taylor Heinicke in this Commander's offense. They will begin all the way back at their own 8-yard line. That's not great field position for them. They had a great return. Now it's going to be backed up all the way to their own 8. Nonetheless, they begin with trips to the right side. Man in motion is the tight end Logan Thomas. Handoff goes to Brian Robinson, the rookie sensation. And he gets about 4.
The best start in franchise history, and you're the only undefeated team left in the league. It's got to be difficult not to get caught up in the hype, right? Eagles offensive tackle Lane Johnson said it's easy to get distracted when everyone is telling you how good you are. He said you start to forget what got you here and make careless mistakes. So for Philadelphia, it's
Alrighty. Second down and 7 from the 11-yard line. Trips right. Man in motion is the tight end Cole Turner. Handoff. Goes to Robinson again. And that time he only gets about 2. It's going to be up a third down and about 5.
Well, you watch this Washington team this season, and they've had a lot of turnover and a lot of different combinations along that offensive line, and it has been a real challenge. It's hard to be a good offensive football team when you don't have more consistency along that offensive line. In the first 6 games alone, they had 6 different offensive line.
All right, third down and 5.
That they've started the same 5.
From the 13-yard line, or make it from the 12. 2 receivers set to each side. Heineke floats it upstairs, and it is underthrown and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended receiver. Josiah Scott was down in coverage for the Eagles. And a quick 3 and out here for the Washington Commanders. Underthrown ball. Oh, it looks like Scott might have gotten away with a little PI there. That underthrown fade ball, that probably should have been called. Looks like the officials missed that one. Tressway set to kick it away for Washington. Britton Covey is back deep for Philly. Ooh. Way got hit on that one. A flag comes down. That might be running into the punter. May even be roughing the punter. If that's roughing, that's going to be an automatic first down. Way is shaken up there in the end zone. Let's hear the call from Kemp. It's roughing the kicker. That's going to be an automatic first down for Washington. Stupid penalties, man.
Guilty of the personal foul.
Oh, yeah.
The Washington Commanders begin the game with a costly special teams.
It's on Reed Blankenship, the rookie safety.
And here comes Blankenship running into him, roughing him, and a new set of downs for Washington.
Stupid penalty there by the Eagles, and that's going to give Washington new life on this drive.
So even if they had called running into and not roughing, you know, it still would have been a first down for Washington.
All right. Trips left.
Brings the ball out across the 25 to the 27.
Heineke drops back. Oh, he loses the ball. Josh Sweat was there to force it out. Let's see who's got it. And the Eagles have it. Right away after the penalty, Josh Sweat forces it out. And Tui Pelotu recovers it for the Eagles. What a play by Josh Sweat. He absolutely beats the left tackle Charles Leno off the edge, and Taylor Heineke does not sense it. And Tui Pelotu with a hell of a recovery there, but that was made by Josh Sweat. Terrible rep there by the left tackle Charles Leno.
And that's mainly because he's able
That's going to give the Eagles beautiful field position all the way at the Washington 18. Trips left for the Eagles. A.J. Brown goes a little orbit motion. It's a QB draw for Jalen Hurts. He's got Kelsey in front to block, and Hurts will make it a first and goal from the 7-yard line. So on the first offensive possession for the Philadelphia Eagles deep in Washington territory, he makes it a first and goal on a QB draw. Or actually more looked like QB power. Jason Kelsey pulled on that. Handoff. This is Boston Scott. Close to the goal line, and he's going to be down at about the half-yard line. And just after 2 plays offensively for the Eagles, they are already with second down and goal from the 1. Really interesting formation here. They have 3 people in the backfield behind Hurts, and Hurts will keep it for the touchdown. Right away, what a start for the Philadelphia Eagles, all coming off that Josh Sweat strip sack. And Jalen Hurts is fired up. Oh boy, it looks like Kelsey. A little gimpy on that one.
So many ways
Jason Kelsey, the Iron Man on that Philadelphia Eagles offensive line, hasn't missed a start in many, many years. It's like he might have gotten his ankle rolled up on the pile there. That's definitely something to monitor for Philadelphia. He is the anchor of that offensive line. It's like they're reviewing the Jalen Hurts touchdown here. They're holding up the extra point. And they confirm it. Here is Jake Elliott for the PAT.
Who had been talked to by Jalen Hurts on a podcast, on Kelsey's podcast.
Great podcast, by the way. He drills it. 7-0 for the Eagles. What a start. Despite the penalty for roughing the punter, Josh Sweat makes up for it with the strip sack, and Jalen Hurts cashes in on the QB sneak. And the Philadelphia Eagles, who are already 8-0, are coming to play tonight. This game has the potential to get ugly. It really does. I would not be surprised if this is a blowout by halftime. This could get seriously ugly. Oop, I need to charge my phone. Man, Philadelphia Eagles come out like a fire-breathing dragon, man. Despite making the stupid mistake on special teams, they did force a 3-and-out on offense or on defense to open up, and then, of course, the strip sack there by Josh Sweat and Jalen Hurts able to cash in. Although the Eagles have had a high-flying offense, they didn't have to do too much there after they were gifted that beautiful field position. Just making sure here that my stream is still stable. My internet was giving me some issues earlier today. Just a reminder, guys, if you enjoy the stream, please be sure to leave a like. It helps tell YouTube to push us out to other viewers and helps us get seen by more and more people. Also, if you don't want to miss another stream, subscribing to the channel is the easiest way to ensure that you do not. I would really appreciate it. It really helps us out, guys. Also, obviously, you can tell I'm a Denver Broncos fan and Denver Broncos content creator. We have got a channel called Denver Broncos Syndicate where we are dedicated to bringing almost daily Denver Broncos content. Alrighty, we are back. I can unmute here.
Most among NFL quarterbacks with now 6
Jalen Hurts with now 6 rushing and 6 passing touchdowns in the red zone this season. He has been absolutely phenomenal down there.
And now here they are with number 19.
Guys, is my game audio good? Is my microphone good? Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear the game? I'd really appreciate if you could let me know. And Washington will begin their next possession from the 25.
Much like choosing the best unit on the Eagles.
I've never been to Philadelphia, but from what I hear, Jim's Steaks, which actually recently burnt down, but they're rebuilding it, they have the best cheesesteak in Philadelphia. Here in Denver, though, we have a place called South Philly Cheesesteak that actually does a really good one. They do it as close to as an authentic cheesesteak you can get as in Philly. All right, Eagles come out in the pistol from their own 25. Commanders come out in the pistol, excuse me. Heineke hands it off. This is Brian Robinson, bounces off a couple of tackles, and Robinson will get about 4. See if this Commanders offense can get into a little bit of a rhythm. They went 3-and-out. They obviously were gifted a automatic first down on a blocked punt or on a roughing the punter, but then they subsequently turned it over to Josh Sweat on a strip sack. So let's see if they can finally establish something here. Logan Thomas goes in motion. A little delayed handoff for Robinson. He grinds forward. He gets 6.
We'll send it down to Lisa.
Hey, Joe, Jason
3rd down
Kelsey
and
over on
1.
The Eagles sideline getting worked on the medical table. They took off his left shoe. Looks like they put more tape on his left ankle. It appears that he's going to continue in this game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nothing is going to stop Jason Kelsey. Second longest active start streak in the NFL.
Meanwhile, it's 3rd down and 1 for Washington.
3rd down and 1 from the 34. Curtis Samuel goes in motion, heavy set to the right side. Nothing fancy, it's Brian Robinson. He picks up the 1st down, gain of 3.
You cannot undersell the story with Brian Robinson Jr., who was shot.
Absolutely incredible. Shot in attempted robbery in Washington, D.C. Got very lucky as to where the bullets hit him. Missed his ligaments, tendons, and bones, and it was all muscle. Absolutely incredible. And even better, they arrested the kids who did it. I hope they get some rehabilitation, man. Tight end goes in motion. Play action for Heineke. He dances. He's got nowhere to go. He gets flushes to his left. And Heineke will take off for a gain of about 6. Good 1st down gain there for Taylor Heineke. Didn't like what he had downfield, so he used his legs to get the job done.
But he says he's still trying to get over the hump after being shot twice. He's played the last 6 weeks, but he still has yet to get all the way back to feeling 100%. So in his mind, while he thinks he's played okay, he said he doesn't feel like he's reached his full potential yet, and that he won't reach his full potential until his leg is fully healed.
2nd and 5 from the 43.
Is in 2nd and 5.
Tight end in motion. Handoff goes to Gibson. And he gets stonewalled, maybe a yard. Kaiser White, the linebacker, was there. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Know what their formula is to have success. Because of the problems that Washington has had in the offensive line, they try to run the ball, make it manageable 3rd downs, get the ball out of Heineke's hands, and then hopefully play good defense. The Eagles are playing on early downs a 5-man front. And so they're playing the run and trying to keep them from being able to do that. Now 3rd downs becomes the key.
3 receivers set for the Commanders. Curtis Samuel goes in motion. On 3rd down, they hand it to Gibson, and he looks like he got it.
1st down, Commanders. As they
1st down on a gain of 4. He needed 4. He got 4.
That's a nice job on 3rd and 4, turning and handing the ball off to Gibson.
Some good blocking there from the big boys up front. Center Tyler Larson was in there. Had a nice surge, but nice effort there by Antonio Gibson to move the chains. There's Scott Turner, the Commanders' offensive coordinator.
Yes, that gives you an opportunity to score points.
Heineke under center, single tight end to the right side. Play action. Heineke dumps it underneath, and that is incomplete. Ball was jarred out, but Logus Tomet could not haul it in. We're going to call it incomplete. Darius Slay jarred it out. Big play Slay, who has had some of his best games this season as a pro. Think back to that Week 3 performance against the Philadelphia Eagles. Slay was or against the Minnesota Vikings, excuse me. Slay had an absolutely phenomenal outing against the Vikings. That was to date, the Vikings' only loss. Also on Monday Night Football. Now Slay looks like he might be down on a knee.
Washington uses
on the sideline. Meanwhile, Washington calls timeout.
Coming over, shaking his head before 2nd and 10.
Looks like they couldn't get a play call in that they liked.
I mean, a guy who played in 7 games with 1 start between Houston and Carolina after going undrafted to the Vikings, was with the Patriots. For a while, thought about just cashing in and saying, I'm done. Played at Old Dominion, didn't get drafted. Released 4 times by 4 teams. He was a backup in the XFL, was sleeping on his sister's couch in Flowery Branch, Georgia. Signed with Washington, and He's been
Second
good
down
with
and
Scott
10.
Turner, and Scott Turner's been good with
Two
him.
tight ends set here for
He's got a little
Washington
something in his
in
game.
Rogers and
Scott
Bates.
Turner and North Turner going back to Minnesota and
Jahan
Carolina, so
Dotson
they
goes
go
in
up
motion
well.
and they hand it off to
Here's a
Brian
nice carry by
Robinson.
Got 8 on second
And Robinson
10.
gains 8 for number
Great
8.
job up front. This offensive line is showing me more.
And that brings
than
up
they
a
had coming
third
into
down
this
and
game
2 here.
already.
Nice second down
And the
running
way
from
that they
Brian
come off the
Robinson.
ball. You just watch the movement up front. Now they're pulling
They
2 out. in
pull
front, but
Andrew
it's
Norwell
a
and the
really
left
good
tackle,
job. I mean, he's got 4 or 5 yards
Charles
before there's
Leno on that
contact
play.
that's even made.
2 third-down conversions on this drive. They'll need another.
It's a good drive so far here for the Commanders. It's third down and 2. They fake the handoff. Heineke drops back, fires, and that is wide open. Terry McLaurin working on Darius Slay, but forced out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Well, so they help out with the tackles, with protection
Great
to
job
get
there
by
by the
some time,
Commanders
and
on
then
that play
allow
action.
McLaurin to get down the
Sucking up
field.
those
You see the chip here,
linebackers
the
and
chip here.
Terry
And
McLaurin
that helps out these
one-on-one
guys on
there
the
against
edges.
Darius
And
Slay on a
then
crossing
you see the
route.
pocket, and Heineke
And
gets in
he
there
gets
and reads it out
absolutely
well.
lost
He gets to that
there
next level to
in that
McLaurin.
coverage.
It's a good job. I really like Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, man,
Liked him for a long
one of the
time,
best
but
receivers in the
productive as he's
league,
been with
and that sets
all
the
of
Commanders up at their own
consistency that this
19-yard line.
organization's had at
Dotson goes in
quarterback.
motion,
26 yards.
and they hand it off again, and that goes nowhere. Robinson is dumped. That's Josh Sweat, who had the strip sack earlier in the game.
Yeah, Josh Sweat. I mean, I think you could probably point to any one of these guys along this defensive front. In the
Eagles
year that
defense,
they
they're
have had.
physical,
Josh
they're
Sweat
nasty,
already with the
and they
sack
can get you in
fumble, he
multiple
comes right
different
off the
ways.
edge and makes a play. And it's. I was telling you on the way over here, for as long as I've known the Eagles since 1989.
Loss of 1 on that carry.
The defensive front has just been dominant, and this group.
Dotson in motion
following
again.
that legacy.
You have intimate knowledge.
Two receivers set to the right
Dominant
side.
defensive front
Heineke
can be.
looks that way,
Heineke
fires,
sideline
and that is
caught
Dotson
rookie
making the
Dotson.
catch. And Dotson is down at the
John
5-yard
Dotson
line,
is
and that
back
brings up a
after
first
missing
and goal
the
for the
last 5
Commanders.
games with a hamstring
So
injury.
after the strip
It's
sack
14 and
on their
6
previous
Washington
drive here,
first and
much
goal.
better
Yeah,
sequence
so
here
they
for
got
the
Dotson back,
Commanders.
and this is a playmaker.
And they are now
So
set up
he's
first and
gonna
goal at
be
their
a
own
little bit
5-yard
off,
line.
missed a lot of time, but the good thing is Heineke gets the ball out, because in the pocket you got to make a decision. Either you're going to help the tackles and help protection, but if you do that, you're not going to get the 5 receivers out that you'd like. That time they went one-on-one on the outside.
First and
Heineke
goal.
does a good job of getting it out on time.
Trips left.
12th play of this
Dax
drive.
Milne, the wide receiver, goes in motion.
Over 6 minutes off the
Handed
clock.
off. Antonio Gibson down to the 1.
You think back to
And I believe
week
that is
3,
his
Joe,
first carry of the
they went
night.
3 quarters, they had
They've been
9
riding
possessions, 8
Brian
punts, and
Robinson
1
pretty
fumble.
heavy here
So
on this drive, but this time they
is an
give Gibson a
offense
look,
that
and
has had
he
a
gets them down near the
hard
goal
time having
line.
much success this year, and especially what they know of this defense. And so for them to be
Second
able
down
to
and
put
goal
this
from
drive
1.
together after the
Commanders
Eagles scored
trying
the
to cash
touchdown
in
after the
here.
turnover is really impressive.
12 plays, 74 yards, 7 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock. Great drive here for Washington so far. It's Dotson in motion. Gibson will take it in for the touchdown. Great response by the Commanders after losing the ball in the strip sack.
Touchdown by Hurts.
At first, it looked like it was going to be a bit of a blowout, but the Commanders were able to respond.
Well, not a lot of movement up front. You're going to see the guys, not a lot of movement, but Antonio Gibson, he just goes
Great
right over the
effort
top
there
of the
by
ball
Gibson, just
and is able to
leapfrogging
get it
over
in
the
before Kaiser
blockers.
White's able to make a play.
Not a great surge from the offensive line, but Gibson makes up for it with incredible effort. 13 plays, 75 yards, 7:21 off the clock, and Joey Sly knocks it through, tied game 7-7. What a drive by the Commanders. And now we've got a really interesting game here, folks. Eagles getting set for their second offensive possession, but Washington with a great response there after a really rough start. Now that we've got things settled in, it seems that both of these teams are ready to play, and hopefully we get ourselves a nice matchup here moving forward. We got 2 people in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know where you guys are watching from tonight. I would love to know. Thank you so much for helping us build this community over here on Sparkin' Sports NFL. And also, if you are a Denver Broncos fan, I would really appreciate it if you checked out my Denver Broncos channel, Denver Broncos Syndicate. We bring almost daily coverage over there of the Denver Broncos, as well as live stream game reactions much like this one. It was through that channel that I really discovered that I really enjoy streaming, so I made this channel to stream all the other games. So we will stream most primetime games here on this channel, and also any big NFL games, stuff like that. And I also plan on maybe dropping some other videos and other various content on this channel as well. This is kind of a side project channel for me, but I figured, hey man, I'm going to watch the games anyway, so I might as well turn on the camera and do my game reaction streams. I really enjoy doing them, so I really appreciate you guys tuning in. See if the Philadelphia Eagles, after not really having to do too much on that first offensive possession thanks to the strip sack by Josh Sweat, but let's see if they can go on an extended drive here, maybe get their running game going. See if they can get the ball to some of their playmakers and A.J. Brown and Miles Sanders, and of course Jalen Hurts. He can beat you through the air and on the ground, so definitely a very dynamic offense for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we knew that was going to be the case coming in, but I at least didn't expect Jalen Hurts to take that massive step forward in his development that he has. So overall, Jalen Hurts has definitely been my midseason MVP, or definitely my most improved player this season, without a doubt. We're back.
First drive of week 1. And they do it on the road against the 8-0 Philadelphia Eagles, and it was a really impressive drive.
It was against a really good defense.
Alrighty, after a great drive there from Washington, here's
they
Joey
just
Sly to kick it away.
Chance for
And
a return for
fielded here by Britton Covey inside his own 5, and he'll return it to about the 22.
Time now for our Star Watch, brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. And we will look at Miles Sanders and A.J. Brown, two of the offensive weapons for the Philadelphia Eagles. And for the Washington Commanders, the teammates.
That defensive line for Washington, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and soon they should be getting Chase Young back in the mix. Former Defensive Rookie of the Year, obviously tore his ACL last season. Nonetheless, Philly begins from their own 22-yard line. Sanders in the backfield. He goes in motion to the pistol.
They've got to be able to get to Jalen Hurts.
It's Quez Watkins in motion, handoff to the left side for Sanders, and he hits the left side for a nice gain of 5. Make it 6. Jason Kelce, after limping on that previous drive, back in there after getting his ankle taped up. You know nothing is going to keep Jason out there. Keep Jason out of there for long. 2 receivers set to the right side. Hurts in the shotgun, Sanders to his left. They fake it to Sanders. Hurts fires outside. A.J. Brown. And Brown is a little bit gimpy. He limps his way off the Commander's sideline. They hit him on an out route there. Gained about 7, but bigger concerns here for the Eagles. Like he made a bit of a bad step, and it's his right leg, it appears. Brown heads to the Eagles sideline now.
Look at him, but you're right. I mean,
that is definitely a major concern for the Philadelphia Eagles, who now come out in a 3 tight end set. That's Dallas Goedert in a little motion. Fake it to Sanders. He rolls out to his right. Hurts fires, and that is complete. That is one of those tight ends. Jack Stoll. Ball did come out, but Stoll was down before it came out. Gain of 11 and a first down for the Eagles.
Stoll, he doesn't get many targets, but when he does, he usually is able to make the catch. I like what he shows, but of course
looked like he was indeed down. First down and 10 now from the 46-yard line. Interesting formation here for the Eagles. 2 tight ends. He fires. That's complete to Zach Pascal, the former Colt. And he leans forward for a gain of 11 again and another first down. Eagles going on a really nice methodical drive here and a really fast-moving first quarter. We're already at 3 minutes left to play. First down and 10 now from the Washington 44. Quick throw, and that is into traffic and incomplete off the hands of Zach Pascal. Second down and 10.
Legendary speech at the Super Bowl parade after Super Bowl 52 in the Mummers costume. He is the heart and soul, especially of this offense. But after their Week 1 win at Detroit, Jalen Hurts told us that he, Kelsey, passed the torch.
Two receivers set to the left side.
This is your team now. You're breaking us down. You're going to talk
Shotgun
to
for Hurts, Sanders to his right.
Jalen Hurts, how big of a moment that was.
It was not.
Hurts makes a check at the line.
It was a defining
Just get it
moment
away.
for Jalen Hurts.
Jalen fires, and that is off target. Looking for Devontae Smith on the right sideline. Benjamin St. Just had the coverage there for the Commanders.
And the trust that we have in each other. And that's what showed out there display. It was that full tilt showed today. Continue to challenge yourself, but enjoy this win and
And there's that speech after the win. And
Jalen Hurts, hell of a leader, man.
Guys actually listen.
Now as Eagles face a third down and 10 from the Washington 44. Jalen, quick throw, that's Quez Watkins, and Watkins looking for the first down, and he's got it. All the way at the 32. Watkins picks up 12 on a little tunnel screen, had some blocking in front. That was a great play call there on 3rd and 10. Clock ticking inside 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Hurts fires. Quick throw out to Devontae Smith, a little bit behind, but he makes a nice grab, gain of 6.
That's a great catch. And here, Philadelphia, they're
not Jalen Hurts' best throw there, but Devontae Smith bails him out. The two former Alabama teammates hooking up there. Trips to the right side on 2nd and 3.
Still on the sideline, but looks like he's ready to go if needed.
Read option, and they hand it off here to Kenneth Gainwell, and a flag flies. Gainwell's a little bit short of the line to gain, but we'll have to check the penalty.
A.J. Brown looks like he's coming back in.
A.J. Brown looks like he's going back in. Good to see there for the Eagles. And it's going to be an offensive hold.
Dallas Goedert guilty.
It's on Dallas Goedert, tight end.
There he is, number 88.
Yep, right there.
That he had, and I thought it was interesting in talking with Ron Rivera as far as what the approach was against the RPOs, the run-pass options.
Following the penalty, that brings up a 2nd down and 13 from the 36.
Make a decision quickly, whether he's handing it off or throwing it.
Jalen Hurts winds up, going deep for Smith, and it's incomplete. And they're going to get Benjamin St. Just on a penalty. That is pass interference on St. Just, working on Devontae Smith. And that is going to set up the Eagles inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal.
Well, here's a closer look at it.
Let's see, where is the penalty? It looks like it's going to happen at about the 15 maybe. That's where the contact looked like it was initiated. I don't know about that. It looked like St. Just was trying to play the ball there. I don't like that call. I don't know if I like that call. It looked like St. Just tried to turn his head. It looked like he was playing the ball.
This play. The guy that's right there, he can't see this contact, but it is significant contact, which affects the receiver's ability to make the catch, and it was called by the correct official.
All right.
He's had a lot of penalties.
I still don't know about that.
Guy now on this team,
1st and goal now.
He's been in coverage. He's been doing a good job at times, but he does tend to get a little
Eagles spread it out, go 5 wides, trips to the right side.
Defensive pass interference calls against this Washington
Eagles going silent count at home. Little Tebow pop-up pass for the touchdown. Dallas Goedert. And that was the Tim Tebow pop-up pass that they ran at Florida. Fake the QB draw and just poop. See the Chiefs run that a few years ago with Dontari Poe, the big defensive lineman. Offensive coordinators like to bring that one out of their bag of tricks from time to time. popularized there by the Urban Meyer, Tim Tebow, Florida Gators back in the day. Great play call, touchdown. Extra point by Elliott is a knuckleball that carries through. 14-7 ball game. And methodical drives by both teams there. Man, we've got ourselves a hell of a game brewing here. 14-7, about a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Man, both teams going on extended drives there after the turnover and then subsequent touchdown by the Eagles. Washington was able to respond, and then Philly was able to respond again. Oh, you stupid computer. All right, guys. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? Drop those comments down in the chat below. I definitely would love to know. That little Tim Tebow pop-up pass, man. I always get a little excited when I see that play brought out. One of the bigger surprise moves of the day, the Arizona Cardinals released running back Eno Benjamin, who had actually started for them previously when James Conner was down with an injury. You have to imagine there's probably some backstory behind that move, but at least on the outside, it's definitely a little questionable. Let me move my cam a little bit here. There we go. The Broncos fan, it's depressing how easy some of these touchdowns look. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really do not like that call. I do not think that was DPI on Benjamin St-Juste. All right, we are back. Eagles lead 14-7 after what has been a really fun start here. God damn it. There we go.
And a quick answer by Philadelphia.
Robinson awaiting the kickoff from Elliott.
Antonio Gibson,
or Gibson, rather, excuse me.
Have nothing to do with it.
Touchback, 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 25.
For
the Commanders. Not talk tonight, I'm tired.
Partners to honor, empower, and connect with our nation's military community. Learn about the NFL's impact work with its Salute to Service partners by visiting NFL.com/salute. Corporal Barry, our hometown hero tonight, every night in attendance here. 99 years old, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania native.
1st and 10, trips to the left side. Jahan Dotson goes in motion. Handoff goes to Brian Robinson. Robinson surges forward. He gets 3, and Fletcher Cox loses his helmet on that play.
With regard to undefeated teams in the NFL, the answer is no, as Robinson carries over the right side for 3.
Yeah.
After their last offensive possession ended in a pretty extended drive, Heineke and the Commanders looking to replicate that on their next offensive possession.
In his 3rd year as the head coach in Washington. For 9 years
trips left. In Carolina. 2nd out and 7 from the 28-yard line. Tight end goes in motion. They fake it and throw a little underneath screen. It's Terry McLaurin. And McLaurin gets about 5 and a good tackle there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the ex-Saint, traded over here this offseason. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 2 for the Commanders.
And making this tackle, I mean, there's a lot of big bodies when you catch this pass, and now you're going back into the middle of the field. There's a lot of people there to be able to make a play, but if he gets past him and is able to get north and south, he had a little bit of a wall there where maybe he's able to get something going. But what an addition.
Third down and
C.J.
2 from the
Gardner-Johnson has been
32.
to this defense with 5 interceptions
Gibson goes in
coming
motion, trips
Just playing
left,
really good
empty
football.
backfield.
Third down and 2.
Heineke looks to the
throws,
right
the
side,
pass is
fires,
caught
that
for
is
first
complete.
down.
Low throw, but
McLaurin
complete to
again.
McLaurin. And
Well,
McLaurin
anytime
gains
they
5,
are
and
getting
that'll bring
5
up the end of the
receivers
first
out,
quarter.
then that
Washington
ball
on the
better
move. And overall, we have the makings of a really fun matchup here, guys. 14-7 into the quarter. Washington is in business. Yeah, there's no way that was pass interference. All right, we are back. Start of the second quarter. Eagles lead 14-7, but Washington is marching downfield. Eagles were able to take the lead at first on the strip sack from Josh Sweat. Washington responded well, and then Eagles went on another extended drive after that. Play action. Heineke winds up looking deep, and he finds a man. That is Logan Thomas on a little comeback route. And Thomas will move the chains here for the Commanders.
Their longest third down and 5, and they've been pretty good on that down. So that's how they got in the end zone the first time. They get 9 here.
Yeah, they
actually mark them a little bit short. Second down and 1.
And then they've rattled off 4 straight. So they've done their part, and that was an emphasis, of course, coming into the game. They did pretty good 3 weeks ago against Green Bay.
Second down and 1 from the 46.
That they've had, they have really
2 tight ends set to the right side.
They're keeping this drive going after that third down conversion earlier.
Handoff. Robinson surges forward, and he will pick up the first down.
Green Bay yesterday.
Gain of 3.
Yeah, how about that?
14 points down at home to Dallas. Came back and won in overtime, and it keeps some hope alive for Aaron Rodgers and the crew. They had lost 5 games in a row.
Yeah, and Christian Watson, you had to be happy for him and the night that he had, and tough homecoming for Mike McCarthy. But you know, hey, we've been listening to Aaron Rodgers, and I know he's right that if you can get a win and get a
first and 10 from the 49.
If he's your quarterback, you got a chance. And
play action for Heineke, looking deep, fires, nobody home.
Floats out of his hand.
Flag is down in the secondary. Let's see if this is a legal contact or a hold on the Eagles. There were 2 Eagles in
Where that
coverage
flag was
there.
thrown, I would have to believe this is going
Darius
against
Slay,
Philadelphia.
one of them. Yep, it is going against the
While the
Eagles.
quarterback had the ball in the
It's
pocket,
illegal
illegal
contact.
Defense number 2.
It's on
5-yard
Slay.
penalty, automatic first down.
It's against Darius Slay, who
Illegal
will travel a lot
contact, a
with Terry
point of
McLaurin
emphasis
tonight.
for the officials this year.
You see at the top of this route that Slay kind of sits
Yep.
on. He's expecting McLaurin
Slay
to go to the
kind of runs
outside.
into him a
And
little
so
bit
he turns
and
his hips, and all of a sudden
hooks
he gets
him up.
pulled, and McLaurin's going to the inside, and that's why the contact
He knew he was
made.
going to get
Probably a pretty
beat,
good
so he
penalty,
had to interfere there.
Meaning
Probably
he was about to
a
get
little
torched.
ticky tack, but
yeah,
still.
meaning that if you hit McLaurin in stride,
Trips right.
they're going to be giving up a lot more than they gave up with the penalty.
Just a 5-yard penalty.
Hand
for the
off.
first down.
Robinson bounces off a tackle, and
A
Robinson
missed tackle
turns
by
a
TJ
busted
Edwards.
play into a gain of
Ryan
2.
Robinson turns it into a 2-yard gain.
Well, as you would expect, now we've got
Now we got a man down
an
here.
Eagles defender
It's
down.
for the Eagles. Oh, is that Sweat?
That's Sweat.
That looks like it might
It
be
is.
Josh Sweat, yeah.
Who had the strip sack earlier, and that does not look good.
That's who it is. Off to a fast
So he's
start
holding
tonight.
his
They'll
knee.
check on him, and we'll return.
We got an injury timeout here from Philadelphia. That would be big if the Eagles lost Sweat. Definitely would be a big injury there. Josh Sweat limping off the field with trainers. Appears to be favoring his left leg. Appeared he had a knee brace on that left leg. Hopefully it's nothing serious for him. He's definitely a big part of what the Eagles want to do on defense. I got a feeling that both Eagles coordinators, Shane Steichen on offense and Jonathan Gannon on defense, are going to get pretty extensive head coaching interviews this offseason. Both of them have done an absolutely phenomenal job. All right, we're back. Sweat taking his gloves off and a little gimpy on that one. Let's see what happened. Oh, he got cut.
It is legal. It's
He
right
got
at the
chopped
tight
down
end
there by
box.
Logan
There's a close
Thomas.
tight end there,
It's a legal
and it takes
block,
place
but
just to the left of the tackle. Legal
definitely always puts those defenders at risk for injury. 2 tight ends set.
Those tight ends do not count against the salary cap.
Ronnie Rogers goes in motion
Second down
there
and 8.
for the
Taken to
Commanders.
Gibson, good protection, pass down the middle.
Taylor
takes off, and
Heineke
that's what
winds up,
happened
and that's
to
incomplete.
Heineke in the loss against the Vikings last week. He had Logan
Looking for
Thomas
McLaurin
open over the middle in the
downfield.
fourth quarter. Pass
That'll bring
sailed
up a
on him, he
3rd
gets
down and
picked,
8
then they
here
lose the
for the
ball game.
Commanders.
And he had some balls batted down. Now, what happens is when he has interior pressure, you know, he's 6'1", and a couple more inches makes a difference. And so sometimes when he's throwing over people, he has a tendency for that ball to sail. There was an intermediate defender. He's trying to navigate that guy.
3rd down and
he had
8,
an
trips
opportunity for a
right.
big play.
Longest third down of the
Heineke
game,
fires
and they
over the
convert
middle. That is
McLaurin.
Terry
Gets tapped down at
McLaurin,
the
and
30.
he will get down to the
By
30-yard
TJ
line.
Edwards.
And that'll keep the drive
14
alive
yards
for
to
the
number
Washington
17.
Commanders.
He was putting together a nice first half.
Well, they got a roll corner with Darius Slay. A lot of times he's going to be matched up one-on-one, but then you've got the corner here. But look how soft he is with corner help. I mean, with safety
is.
help. And so
Gotta
he's
plug
right
my
at the
phone in real
markers there.
quick.
He's waiting to jump, but a good call with the slant. And you see that hole right there in that zone, and Heineke's able to get the ball right on him. That was a pretty easy completion for the
First and
first
10
down.
from the 30. Tight end goes in motion. So does Curtis Samuel. Handoff. Gibson tries the right side, and he'll cut upfield for a gain of 5. Marcus Epps, the safety, on the tackle there for the Eagles.
They came into this game, they ran a lot of 3 wide receivers. About 80% of the time, they're in 3 wide receivers. Here in this first half, they have played a lot of multiple tight ends, and obviously to run the football gives them a little bit of a heavier package. But then the
second and
play
5.
off of that,
2 tight ends set to the right side.
Advantage of the fact the first-round pick for the Eagles, Jordan Davis, not playing, and that has helped them run the ball in the middle too.
10th play of this drive, another long drive being put together. Robinson is short of first down yardage. Third down coming up is Edwards and Hargrave, who's been playing great for Philadelphia, combined on the stop.
Yeah, if you look at this right now, the Washington offense has done their part for the most part, other than the sack fumble by Heineke. They put together some drives.
Third down and 1.
Touchdown. But their opportunity, how long can that continue? This is a good defense, but they've got to start relying on their own defense being able to make some stops, which they've not been able to do. This is another good answer by this Washington offense.
Third and 1, handoff, Robinson. He is not going to get there. He runs into a wall, including Brandon Graham, and he had others there. 4th and 1, and you have to imagine the decision's already been made. And Riverboat Ron sticking true to his nickname, and he is going for it.
There's no movement at all. In fact, well, there is movement, and unfortunately it's going backwards by the Washington offense.
Yeah, there's movement on the offensive line. It's going the wrong way.
Are you confident trying to run for this first down after what you just watched? You know, do you come back with play action?
4th down and 1.
I think. Although I thought they'd be under center, but they got Heineke in the gun.
Heineke in the shotgun. He wants the ball. It's going to be a delay game. And now you're probably going to go field goal.
If you have motion on a play, you got to hold them and get the ball snapped, or you burn a timeout. But you don't always burn a timeout whenever the clock's running down, but you do on 4th and 1 when you're in scoring position.
I'll be right back, guys.
And sometimes that timeout will come from the sidelines as well.
And they just burned that play also with a direct snap to the man in motion. It's a 44-yard try by Joey Sly. Boy, that's just not good. Road game, a game you need against an undefeated team, and you get a delay of game, which leads to the field goal. And instead of a chance for 7, they get 3. 14-10. 10 minutes left, quarter number 2.
Two new IHOP lunch and dinner menu items for twice the goodness, twice the flavor, and twice the choice. Sirloin Salisbury steak and all-natural salmon. Perfect for lunch or dinner. Only at IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every purchase.
What if just an idea could become a family tradition? This is financial security, and Lincoln Financial Solutions will help you get there as you plan, protect, and retire.
This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps on going.
Our very own Energizer Bunny?
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I need a new phone.
story, and quarterback Jalen Hurts fits the mold. Fifth quarterback taken in the 2020 draft. Didn't start until week 14 of that season. Took him to the postseason last year. He's won his last 11 regular season starts, longest streak in franchise history. And he has put in the work to make himself just as good an all-around quarterback as you're going to find in the NFL.
Been so impressive. I remember when we saw him play against the Minnesota Vikings week 2 and the night that he had, and it was obvious that doesn't just happen.
Stupid
by
phone.
hoping that it will.
All right, we're back, guys. 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
He's right there in the middle of the MVP race.
14-10 following the Washington field goal. Both teams have done a pretty solid job sustaining drives on offense. Been really impressive overall, considering Washington's offense definitely has had their ups and downs over these past few weeks. Philadelphia has been one of the best offenses in the league, so no real surprise there. Washington's done a really good job hanging in so far.
They still run the ball. But now they have the
First down and 10 now from the 25-yard line. Two receivers set to the right side. Jalen Hurts winds up, and that is broken up. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, Kendall Fuller, the corner there for the Commanders, and Smith gets up a little slowly.
Who knocked it away? Let's see.
He does a great job of working and getting back into this picture. Now Smith has to work back to the football at the top. That's a great throw.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. That is a poor job there by Smith. He needs to come back to the ball. Trips right. Empty backfield here for the Eagles. Jalen gets hit as he throws, and that is complete. Smith gets it that time for a gain of 5. Hurts got hit. The Commanders brought pressure.
5-yard grab by Devontae.
Yeah, so right now,
now that brings up a third down here.
Second one that the Eagles have had.
3rd and 5
like I said, for Washington
from the 30.
To really realistically have a chance. I mean, the defense, they've got to be able to make some stops, because this is not an offense with Washington that can go toe-to-toe scoring points.
Trips right for the Eagles. Devontae Smith goes in motion. Jalen Hurts, another blitz, and he completes it. Smith again. This has been the Devontae Smith drive. He gets 15 yards to the 45-yard line.
To the second-year first-round pick from Alabama.
Well, they bring the blitz off the
A.J. Brown shaken up early in this game, although he is on the field. Devontae Smith seems to be the main target tonight. First down and 10 here from the 45. Fake it to Kenneth Gainwell. Hurts goes deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted at the 13-yard line. Derek Forrest, the safety who's been phenomenal this year, looking for blocks. And Forrest will return it all the way to the 45. A flag is down. That might wipe up some of the return, but a big play there by Derek Forrest, the second-year safety. And that could be a game-changing play there for the Commanders.
And I'm not so sure that Derek Forrest wasn't down by contact.
Let's see
what
the laundry is.
On the way that he caught it, and Forrest makes a heck of a play on this ball.
There is no foul on the run back after the interception.
No foul. However,
down for Washington. Timeout.
It does appear Forrest was down.
So for now,
let's see if he's touched. He is definitely touched. So Forrest should be down by contact, down at about the 13-yard line, but regardless, a hell of a play by him. And that now gives new life to the Washington Commanders. They've done a good job keeping in this game. Now they have a chance to go downfield and take the lead. Obviously, on their first offensive drive, they went 3 and out, but were gifted a first down on a roughing the punter penalty. Then they subsequently went out and turned it over with a strip sack. After that, though, their offense has really done a good job staying in the game, and Eagles' offense has been explosive and high-flying as you would imagine it to be. So, definitely a big game-changing play there for the Commanders. Excuse me. Just a reminder, guys, on Thursday night, we will be back here on Sparkin Sports NFL doing a live stream game reaction for Tennessee Titans at Green Bay Packers. Green Bay and Tennessee both picking up wins yesterday. Unfortunately, I was at the losing end of that Tennessee victory. But overall, man, their season has been up and down. They've had to start Malik Willis for a couple of games. Tannehill did return to action this past Sunday. And then for the Packers, they made a big comeback win over the Green Bay Packers, or over the Dallas Cowboys in overtime to really keep their season alive. Aaron Rodgers had probably his best game of the season. Rookie wide receiver Christian Watson had his coming out party, 3 touchdown catches. All right, guys, we're back. So if you like this stream and want to stick around for more, be sure to check out Thursday Night Football, Titans at Packers.
And Burger King, as we look at the battleship New Jersey, anchored along the Jersey side of the Delaware River, just across the way from downtown Philadelphia. It was a turnover play. We had that salute before tonight's kickoff at the end of our.
Alrighty, Forrest was down by contact on the INT.
Was overturned because Forrest was down by contact on the interception. But what
so now the Commanders begin first down and 10 from their own 14. I formation, tight end motion to the right side.
Really great play on the ball.
Handoff, Brian Robinson, and he gets 5. Ooh, Devontae Smith in the medical tent. He's had a big game so far. Yep. Looked like it was quarters coverage there for the Commanders, but man, Brown nearly had that.
And it was off that deflection, if you will, that Forrest is able to then get the interception.
Jalen Hurts, just his
2nd and 5.
the season, made a good throw, got intercepted.
Handoff.
Gibson is
Antonio Gibson's going to be close to the line to gain. They're going to mark him down a yard short. 3rd down and 1.
This Philadelphia Eagles team, we've seen already Josh Sweat leave. Devontae Smith in the tent. A.J. Brown shaken up. 17 players have started every game.
There's Smith. He does not have his helmet.
Team in the league.
3rd down and 1 here for the Commanders from their own 23. Curtis Samuel goes in motion. Handoff. Robinson. And he picks it up on a gain of 2. He needed 1. He got 2 there. And Robert Quinn coming over in the trade from the Chicago Bears. And on that play there for the Eagles.
And he's supposed to pick up Quinn. They bring him across. He's going to block Quinn here and just totally whiffs. Quinn sees it, gets underneath him, and makes that a little bit closer than it should have been to pick up that 1st down.
Now we got a 1st and 10.
After the trade from
From 25. Man in motion as the tight end Bates. Fake it to Robinson. Heineke looking downfield into trouble coverage, and it's incomplete. Marcus Epps in coverage there. Steven Sims, the intended receiver on that play, or Cam Sims, excuse me. Steven, the former Commander.
Yeah, he's an instinctive player. He does a really good job. You're going to watch him. He's worrying about playing deep. You see the 2 shell safeties, but then he just reads it. He sees the crosser coming, and then he leaves his assignment and makes a play on the ball. Otherwise, it's a pretty good game. I think both these safeties are good. Both these corners are outstanding. It's hard to
2nd and 10, trips left. Samuel in motion, handoff to Gibson. Gibson will cut inside for a gain of 4, and that brings up a 3rd and 6.
He said, I'm a defensive backs coach at the core.
Clock ticking inside, 6.5 minutes to play in half number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I greatly appreciate it. It would really help us out if you could just leave a like on the stream. Helps push us out to fellow NFL fans. Jonathan Gannon, Eagles defensive coordinator, doing a phenomenal job. Can they get off the field here on 3rd and 6? Trips right. Heineke drops back, surveys, fires, wide open man. Curtis Samuel to the 49-yard line into Philadelphia territory, and that keeps the drive alive here for the Washington Commanders. Sean Taylor jersey there in the stands. Great job by Heineke, standing in the pocket, had a man right in his face. Hits the void in the zone there for Curtis Samuel. Great play for the Commanders. Good job by Taylor Heineke. Heineke 7 for 11 for 95 yards in this game. First down and 10. Heineke, Aaron snap! Goes over the head of Heineke, who picks it up at the 30, and he throws it away, and it gets back to the line of scrimmage. He was out of the pocket, and it got it back to the line of scrimmage. That is not a flag. That is not a flag. Yep, Alex agrees. Oh, man, errant snap there by the center, Tyler Larson. Looks like Washington was about to get a delay of game. You saw Heineke there clapping for the snap. And Larson maybe knew some pressure was coming and was trying to get rid of that ball in a hurry. Great job by Taylor Heineke just seeing it and throwing it away. And now Heineke has to burn a timeout. The play clock was ticking inside 2 again. And yes, I just said the play clock.
Second down when we come back.
All right, Washington has to burn a timeout, so we are headed to commercial. Once again, they're about to go on a sustained drive here. Oh my God, Peyton Manning auditioning to be the next Santa Claus. Jesus Christ. I wonder if Peyton actually makes a cameo in that movie. It'd be absolutely hilarious if he did. That's fantastic. Eagles still have an 80.5% win probability in this game, despite Washington doing a really good job hanging in with them. Who do you guys think is going to win the game, guys? Drop your comments in the chat below. I would definitely love to know. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put up a poll. Who wins this game? Commanders are 4 and 5, right? Yeah. All right, guys. Just threw a poll up. Would love to know your thoughts as to who wins this game. Remember that you can only vote once, so choose wisely. And we got a Frosty Bomb. It would not be a stream without a Frosty Bomb, huh, kitty? We're back. Beautiful shot there of City of Brotherly Love.
Along with our producer, Phil Dean, director Jimmy Platt, thousands upon thousands of others that work here at ESPN.
First down, or second and 10 here for the Commanders. Curtis Samuel in the backfield. Heineke under center. Tight end Bates goes in motion. Handoff here to the wide receiver Samuel. And Curtis will get about 4 yards, and that'll bring up a third down and 6.
They'll say is their best blocking tight end, got 5.
Yeah, and a nice job there. They go 5 wide receivers, and then they put Curtis Samuel in the backfield. And
clock ticking inside 5 minutes here to play in the first half.
Staff is familiar with Curtis Samuel from their time with him in Carolina. There or with Heineke, they're also familiar with Curtis Samuel, and they're doing more with him in the backfield like that.
Third down and 5. Let's see if this Eagles defense can get off the field.
Makes defenses have to at least concern themselves.
Antonio Gibson motioned to the backfield. Trips right.
Third down and 5.
Heineke drops back, surveys, fires. He's got a man. It's Terry McLaurin. First down at the 25.
Found a hole, and Heineke found Terry.
Really nice read by Heineke.
Little corner route there by Terry McLaurin. Man coverage from the Eagles. Great read by Taylor Heineke. Actually looked a little bit flatter than a corner. Looked like more of an out route. I got to go let my dog out real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Like I said, coming into the game, and all Washington fans know this, he can do a lot of good things, and then he can really drive you crazy with some of the throws that he'll make. He bypassed some open receivers in that loss last week to Minnesota. But tonight he's making good decisions and he's getting the ball out.
Here's Gibson. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Right, we're back.
Josiah Scott
second down.
Came up to make that stop.
Carry there
Nice
for
to see
Antonio
Josh
Gibson.
Sweat
Gets a
after
few
taking that
yards.
hit.
Or actually gets no
Off his
gain.
left knee, able to come back during this possession by the Commanders at 2nd and 10.
And then you look at the first half, Joe. Washington has
3.5 minutes left to play in the half.
And Philadelphia.
Washington's
16.
run 38
and
plays
good,
for 180
right?
yards.
It's good
Phillies
that you
run
keep
16 for
offense
96.
Philadelphia on the sidelines.
Washington has
But
absolutely dominated time of
you gotta
possession
get
in this
score
first
when you
half.
get down to this area of the field, and
Second down and
it's
10
been
here.
touchdown.
Heineke fires. End zone for McLaurin. It's broken up. Into double coverage. Trying to hit the little honey hole. And that falls incomplete. Heavy traffic there. Yeah, it really could have.
This is a tight fit. Trying to get this ball in before C.J. Gardner-Johnson is there to make a play. When you're out that wide,
It was man coverage, but
that boundary throw.
Slay had safety help over the top there, and that was a bit of a dangerous throw by Taylor
I know
Heineke.
he got away with throwing it into triple coverage last week.
Yes, for a touchdown.
For a touchdown.
3rd and 10 from the
The
25.
second, 3rd and long all game for Washington.
Trips right. Heineke surveys, fires underneath. McLaurin takes a big hit, and he is going to be 2 yards short. They needed 10, but they only got 8. Kayvon Wallace makes a big tackle. And 4th down looks like Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron, wants to go for it here.
This is a great throw. Hits him in stride.
I cannot talk today.
Good tough
Jesus
running
fucking
by
Christ.
McLaurin. And now we'll see if they can just get this snapped before they get a delay of game penalty.
Seriously. Play clock ticking inside 15, 14. 10 seconds. Commanders need to hurry. With motion, hand it off. And looks like Samuel got it.
2 yards on 4th down and 1, and that will take us to the 2-minute
And that'll
warning.
send us down to the 2-minute warning.
the
Washington
Commanders are trying to bleed
going on
everything off
another
this clock
extended
they can to
drive
keep folks on
here.
the sidelines.
And that'll be a
Yeah, it's
first
working.
down
I mean,
for
they're
them
converting
at
over
their own
80%
14-yard line
on 3rd
when we
down.
return from the 2-minute warning. Washington Commanders, man, going on a really, really nice drive here following the interception by Derek Forrest, the rookie safety. And they now have a chance to take the lead heading into halftime. The Eagles do get the ball to start the second half, but Washington would definitely like to get some points on the board here going into halftime. Devontae Adams, Taco Bell commercial always cracks me up. I mean, I'd totally be down to have Taco Bell in my house. Just make sure all my stuff is ready to go here for halftime. Got my BRB screen ready to go. Thank you so much for tuning into this stream, guys. I really appreciate it. Helps this community grow over here on Sparkin' Sports NFL. What would be ideal here for the Washington Commanders would be to take the remainder of this 2 minutes off the clock and punch in 7 points and not allow this Eagles offense to get the ball back before the end of the half. All right. Oh, no, we're not back yet. Sorry. Now we are. All right, guys, 2 minutes left to play. Washington Commanders are on the move. First down and 10 from the Philadelphia 15. Tight end goes in motion, and the handoff goes to Brian Robinson. Robinson inside the 10, inside the 5, first and goal. What an angry run by Brian Robinson.
He's definitely got a little power. I mean, he has added something to
Commanders have to imagine be in no hurry to run a play. Let's see if the Eagles want to burn a timeout. It sounds like they did, but what a run by Brian Robinson.
25th running play.
Dude just lowers his shoulder and grinds.
Stuck with the running game, kept the pressure, as you said, off the quarterback. Then they've been efficient on third down.
And it does indeed appear that the Eagles called timeout. They want to get their offense back on the field here before halftime. Eagles do get the ball. Start the second half.
From around the NFL, including the latest on Kyler Murray and Cooper Kupp. It's coming up at the half with Susie Culber, Booger McFarland, and Adam Schefter.
A good time out there by Nick Sirianni. Trying to get the ball, make a stop. If they do score, give your offense, leave some time on the clock for them to be able to make a play. They do start the third quarter with the football, so they'd sure like one crack at it.
First down and goal.
Here before this first half ends.
Tight end in motion. Pistol here for Washington. 3 tight end set. Handoff. Robinson will grind and he will twist down to the 1. We're going to say it was a little bit short. Second and goal, and let's see if Philly takes another timeout.
Exactly where he was.
Ooh, I don't know if he was touched. Let's see, was he touched? He was touched. He is. Ooh, right there. Yeah, he is a little bit short. His elbow was down.
Let's see exactly where they spot this thing, even if he was short.
Let's see where they will spot it. Yep. Looks like a pretty good spot there.
Yeah,
yep.
Good call. And we heard Lisa in her report talk about
second and goal. Eagles did use their second timeout. Minute 44 left to play in the half. Another extended drive, another near 7-minute drive here for the Commanders. They have again dominated time of possession. 2 tight ends set to the right side. Robinson spinning, grinding, extending for the touchdown. What an effort by Brian Robinson. That was a hell of an effort, man. He would not be denied. First time, second time, third time. Nope, I'm just going to extend it across. What an effort by Robinson. He refuses to go down. And the rookie sensation does it again, and the Commanders take the lead, and Taylor Heineke is fired up. Here's Sly for his extra point to make it a 3-point game. Sly drills it. And the Washington Commanders take a 3-point lead over the Philadelphia Eagles. However, the Eagles do have a little bit of time here to do something. Minute 30 left approximately for them following the kickoff, but we do head to commercial. Man, what an impressive drive there for the Commanders. They have done 2 impressive extended drives like that. Man, I am really impressed with the Commanders tonight. They have come out with their hair on fire. Their game plan was pretty clear. Take the ball and keep it away from Jalen Hurts and this high-flying Eagles offense. And so far, it's actually done a pretty effective job. Ron Rivera definitely had his guys prepared to play. And you can tell, man, the Eagles are just a better team with Taylor Heineke at quarterback. Carson Wentz, I gotta say, his days as a starter in the NFL are probably done. After what happened in Indianapolis last year, what happened in Philly before that, and obviously not many different results there in Washington, so you have to wonder how much of it is the player at this point. Wentz definitely had his glory days there in 2017. Would have won the MVP, obviously, had he not torn his ACL. But I truly believe that having to watch his backup quarterback win the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl MVP, I feel like it permanently damaged his confidence. HEB Sports, what's going on? How you doing today? I will get you an email. There you go. There's an email. Shoot it to me. All right, guys, we're back.
Has gone as better, really, than Washington could have ever hoped for.
First down and 10 from the 25. 2 receivers set to each side. Jalen Hurts looking to make something happen, and that's not going to help. An absolute blatant drop by Kenneth Gainwell.
Right in the hands of Gainwell, and he couldn't make the catch. Good to see
Stops the clock. Second down and 10, a minute and 35 seconds left.
For the Eagles on the outside.
From 25-yard line. Obviously, the Eagles do get the ball back here to start the second half, but they'd like to get some points now, finding themselves down to the Commanders. 17-14. They dump it off here to Gainwell. Gainwell churns forward close to the 30-yard line, gain of about 5, and Jalen Hurts is going to hurry him up on this third down and 5. See Jalen Hurts with a compression sleeve on his left arm. I don't know if he's dealing with a bit of an injury or something. Receiver slips. That is Brown, and that is incomplete. And that'll bring him a fourth down and 5. Good job by the Commanders defense getting off the field.
Go with the football. He just slips. Feet come out from underneath him, but he's got one-on-one on St. Juice, and a short side of the field throw and a 3-and-out.
Fourth down and 5. Aaron Siposs is on to kick it away for the Eagles.
27-second drive.
Fair catch signaled and made by Dax Milne at the 30. And now the Commanders have a chance to add on to their lead. You know they're definitely smelling some more points here. Alrighty, I will check it out here in a bit. HEB.
Followed by number 7 Duke squaring off against number 6 Kansas at 9:30.
Well, this will be interesting here. If you're Scott Turner, and you know how exactly you're going to
First down and 10.
Going in 17-14.
Scott Turner.
Clock, 1 minute. You know, I get all that, but
looking to add on some more points here for his Commanders squad. First down and 10. Heineke looks underneath for Gibson. Safe throw. He cannot get out of bounds, and it looks like he also might be injured. When the Eagles training staff goes over to check on him, he gets up a little gimpy and heads back towards the Commanders sideline. Looks like he got his ankle rolled up on an injury on side of 2 minutes, requires a charge timeout, so Washington is now out of timeouts. Got his ankle rolled up there by Kaiser White.
Then he went back down, and now Washington's training staff is tending to him.
And he remains down now near the Phillies sideline. A little 30-second timeout coming here. Got to mute. All right, Gibson walks off the field here.
Offense with these long possessions against Nick Sirianni's team.
Yeah, and you come into these games, it's, you know, we've seen them this year. We've certainly witnessed them over the years. Coaches know better than anybody that, well, you think you know, but you don't know, and you know what? You never will know. You know, you would never have anticipated that Washington offensively would come into this.
Second down and 5 now from the 35-yard line. Washington has no timeouts.
Best they have all year.
Got to get towards the sideline here. They find a man. It's Logan Thomas, and they're going to keep the clock running again. He cannot get out of bounds again. And he's also short of the first down here, so it's 3rd down and 2 from the 38. Clock ticking inside 30 seconds, and Heineke keeps it. Read option. Gets to the 45. They need to get up and clock it. They need to get up and clock, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Hurry up, get set, set hut, and they clock it with 25 seconds. Now, realistically, you need to pick up probably about 35 yards maybe to get in field goal range.
Yeah, and I like the decision to keep the ball on the ground with Heineke. They get the first down. He clocks it. And now if they're able to pick something up, they're still
2nd and 10 from the 44.
And who knows, maybe they can.
Let's see if they can get a big chunk over the middle and get up and clock it again. They still have quite a bit of time to work with, but they need to get a chunk. Heineke fires over the middle, and that's exactly what they do. That is exactly what they do. De'Ami Brown makes the catch. They need to hurry up and clock. Hurry up, 11-10, set hut. They clock it with 9 seconds. And now they've got a chance to maybe pick up 5 more yards or something like that along the sideline and get a little bit more yards here for their kicker, Joey Sly.
That's a good catch. Yeah. What a grab by De'Ami Brown, just his 4th catch of the year.
It was bounced off his right forearm.
Fantastic play, and now there is a chance with 9 seconds left.
There's absolutely a chance.
And it'd be a
You're already very close to field goal range.
Career long for Joey Sly, 56. So they're on the edge of it.
They're on the edge of it, and
2nd down and 10. Eagles are playing that sideline defense. Heineke fires, incomplete.
2 seconds left.
And now they're going to trot out Sly. He does have a very big leg. Let's see where this is going to be spotted here.
He kind of threw this ball away, but you can see all these defenders over here and how they're going to just guard from allowing them to get.
Be sure to keep it right here for second half action, guys. Washington Commanders
but he has them.
Have a shot to tack on 3 more points here. It's a 58-yard try. Sly definitely has the leg for this. High snap. Joey Sly is good! What a kick by Joey Sly! And the Commanders take a 20-14 lead as time expires in the first half. Good job by the holder, Tressway, getting the high snap down. And a hell of a kick there by Joey Sly. And the Commanders with a first half stunner here in Philadelphia. Ron Rivera's squad has come to play, folks. We've got ourselves a hell of a game. We are headed to halftime. Commanders lead the Eagles 20-14. Nick Sirianni chucks his headset, and the Eagles need to make some adjustments here at halftime. All right, guys, be sure to keep it right here on Sparkin' Sports NFL, and we will be back for second half action. Wow, what a game. All right, guys. Welcome back into second half action of Philadelphia Eagles versus Washington Commanders, where the Commanders have a surprising 20-14 lead. I'm your host, Gage Madrid. Just get a few people streaming back in here before the second half officially gets underway. Now, the Washington Commanders in that first half have done an absolutely phenomenal job playing clock control football. They've been able to keep the ball away from Jalen Hurts and that high-flying Eagles offense, and before halftime, they took a 17-14 lead, and then they were able to force a 3-and-out on defense and went down and got three more points after that. So an absolutely fantastic offensive game plan there for the Washington Commanders, and even with that first half strip sack to begin the game, they've done a really nice job overcoming it and really have looked like the superior team so far in this game. Let's see if the Philadelphia Eagles can get something going here. They do get the ball to start the second half. We'll have to see if they can keep their undefeated season alive here against these really formidable Washington Commanders tonight. Game is just coming out of halftime now. Got Joe and Troy chatting it up in the booth right now. Just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in, guys. I really appreciate it. It helps this community grow and improve, and overall, we just want to make this community the biggest and best community that we can. So I would really appreciate if you left a like on this stream. It helps push us out to fellow NFL fans, and we are just getting ready to get underway here. Joey Sly to kick it away for the Commanders. I got to get my headset on. And here we go.
Has one. Do you try to go to the running game and see if you can't develop some kind of rhythm and get something going?
Well, first, we need to check in with Lisa Salters.
Joe, Nick Sirianni said he told his guys in the locker room, we have to play and coach better. He said that first half wasn't our standard. We have to play up to the standard.
Check to see
that
here.
Set for ourselves. The Eagles came into this game.
Looks like it's 50-50 right now in the poll. One vote for the Eagles, one vote for the Commanders in this game. See if the Eagles can get something going on offense here in their first drive of the second half. Dallas Goedert goes in motion.
Lisa, thanks.
Handoff goes to Miles Sanders, and he gets tripped off after only a gain of 3. John Bostic was there for the Commanders.
With the Commanders playing without Cole Holcomb and David Mayo yet again. And there's that note that this is the first time they are trailing officially now in the second half this season.
Which pretty much tells you all you need to know as to why they're undefeated.
Only time trailing second half this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Second down and 7 now from the 28-yard line. Two receivers sit to the left side. Hurts surveys, fires underneath. It is Devontae Smith, and Smith will get maybe 4 or 5. That'll bring up a third down and manageable here for the Commanders.
Philadelphia, they only had 3 third downs.
Or for the Eagles, I cannot talk.
First half, they converted 2 of them. So, you know, they went 3 and out when they had an opportunity at the end of that second quarter to
Eagles
maybe get
looking to
going,
get a sustained drive here.
3 points of their own, but to start this
3 receiver set, 2 on each side, and Dallas Goedert split out in the slot to the left. Jalen Hurts fires, and it's broken up. Trying to hit A.J. Brown. Perfectly timed break up there by Kendall Fuller. And a quick 3-and-out here for the Eagles to start off, and now the Commanders get the ball back and have a shot to take a 2-score lead on the Philadelphia Eagles. Great play there by Kendall Fuller, the veteran.
Good job. And so
spend some time with both the Chiefs and the Commanders. 4th down and 3. Aaron Sipos will boot it away. And it'll bounce and die at about the 20-yard line.
Washington right back on offense, leading by 6.
And mark it out at the 19, and Washington looking to add on more points here as they take over for their second possession of the second half following this commercial break. Just a reminder, guys, we will be back here streaming on Thursday night for Packers and Titans. It's going to be a really fun matchup. Both teams getting really big wins yesterday, especially the Green Bay Packers over their former head coach Mike McCarthy and the Green Bay Packers, or in the Dallas Cowboys. Packers really were able to keep their season alive. Aaron Rodgers finally getting into a groove with his passing weapons. Christian Watson had a breakout game with 3 receiving touchdowns in that game. Last few weeks really, the Green Bay Packers have really struggled, and it all culminated in that really ugly loss to Detroit last week, so it was an excellent bounce-back game for them. Titans, on the other hand, they've been forced to start Malik Willis the past couple of weeks. Last Sunday, though, they were able to get Ryan Tannehill back against the Denver Broncos, and although the Denver Broncos defense put up a very valiant fight, their offense absolutely struggled to get anything going and basically handed Tennessee a victory. So it's going to be really interesting to see this Packers-Titans matchup on Thursday Night Football, right back here on Sparkin' Sports NFL. Meanwhile, though, we've got ourselves a really good game brewing here in Philadelphia. Washington Commanders clearly came ready to play, and have to wonder if this is a bit of a trap game for the Philadelphia Eagles. Come into it 8-0, you're at home, flying high. Commanders coming off a really ugly loss last week to the Minnesota Vikings, where Taylor Heineke basically threw the game away to Harrison Smith. Now you have to wonder if this was a little bit of an overlooked opponent here. You really have to wonder. Historically, this has been one of the nastiest rivalries in the NFL. These two teams don't like each other. These two fan bases don't like each other. So we got a really fun one brewing here in the NFC South tonight, and we are back.
Jack Del Rio has been just as good on the defensive side of the ball. The last 3 possessions for Philadelphia, they got an interception.
1st and 10 here for the Commanders. Heineke is under center, and it's a little toss play to Brian Robinson, and he's got 5 yards.
First down of 5, and here's the night. There's pieces of it for Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, this was the adjustment that was made when they gave up the strip sack on that opening possession. Now they come back and they start giving those tackles some help in protection. Now, they haven't done it all the time, but as I mentioned earlier, they've gone to the 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends, help out those guys, get the ball out, and then
second down and 5.
Like they're in a position to take a shot and they'll go 5 out.
Under center for Heineke, 2 receivers set to the left side. Logan Thomas goes in motion. Hand off to the left is Robinson, and he will meet the line to gain for the first down. Oh, maybe they're going to give him, they're going to mark him 4th and inches here, or 3rd and inches here. I don't know. That was a very good spot by the officials. It looked like Robinson had spun forward to the line to gain. Nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 1 now.
And the good thing for Washington has been, yes, that these have all been manageable.
Commanders 9 for 12, 3rd down conversions tonight. They come out here in a 3 receiver set. Curtis Samuel goes in motion. Heineke hands it off, and Robinson will pick it up. Gets to the 31-yard line, and that will move the chains for Washington.
Against a really good Philadelphia Eagles defense.
Yeah, they came in.
Yeah, and Washington has really controlled the line of scrimmage tonight. And that's something you would really be surprised to hear if you had been told that coming into this game.
The emphasis, rarely does it go quite the way that you hope that it will when you say
19 carries for 70 yards tonight for Robinson. They've been really riding him hard.
What they were focused on, and
1st and 10 from the 31.
Antonio Gibson, we saw him injured.
Little false start there.
It's
on the right tackle, Sam Cosme.
So he's okay.
False start, offense number 78. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That was actually Cornelius Lucas.
Right tackle, Cornelius Lucas.
I didn't realize Cornelius Lucas was starting for them.
And this is one of the rare times that the Commanders have been behind the chains as it backs them up to 1st down at 15 after that 1st down carry by Robinson.
First and 15. Trips right.
Penalty on Washington in the game.
A little delayed handoff to Gibson. Surges forward for 4 yards.
Well, ever since Kirk Cousins left and went to the Vikings, it's been a carousel at quarterback for the Washington franchise, and Taylor Heineke has gone 9-9. The Commanders have in his 18 starts coming in.
You know, it really kind of feels like Taylor Heineke is the second coming of Ryan Fitzpatrick in terms of his play style.
So Smith with the best record.
Bit of a journeyman. There's Carson Wentz back in Lincoln Financial Field. Second out and 12 from the 29. Over the middle, Terry McLaurin down at the 41, and that'll move the chains.
By C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Oh, they're going to mark him a little short again.
Heineke, but
These spots have been very questionable here by the officials. That looked like he got it, but
I can't imagine he's not going to be the starter going forward.
Heineke, QB sneak, pushes forward. Let's see. That time he did get it.
You know, so they have
Didn't want to say that time until it was officially marked. Carson Wentz again back in Lincoln Financial Field. Had that MVP type season in with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2017, and then his Eagles career ended pretty ugly there in 2020. Got benched for Jalen Hurts. Then went on to Indianapolis. Things did not end well there, and things do not appear to be ending well for his Washington Commanders career, as it really looks like Taylor Heineke has seized control of this job. Play action for Heineke here. He winds up and throws it deep. McLaurin, what a catch! Working on Darius Slay. Big play. Slay gave up a big play there. What a catch by Terry McLaurin. Beautiful ball placement by Taylor Heineke. McLaurin tracks it, but Taylor Heineke dropped a dime. And that is exactly why Taylor Heineke has seized control of this job. But what a catch by Scary Terry.
But that was outstanding.
First down and 10 now from the 17. Under center, trips right, man in motion is the tight end Bates. Little draw, Robinson for about 2.
Takes it to the 15.
Gain of 2 at the 15. Second and 8. And the Washington Commanders have a chance to take a 2-score lead here on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Try to determine when they're going to throw the ball, play coverage. He has played the run, and he's done pretty well, but then Heineke's been able to make throws when he's needed to, but Scott Turner just seems like he's been one step ahead on each thing that he's been able to do.
Yeah, Scott Turner has been brilliant tonight. The Commanders have really been able to dominate the line of scrimmage. That run game's been sensational. And they try it again with Antonio Gibson. Gibson gets to the left side, and he gets 7 yards, and that brings up a 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1.
Commanders have done a great job converting on these 3rd down and short situations. See if they can do it again.
And that becomes then a key block. So they secure the edge when you're running the perimeter game, and then they hit them inside, and they've just mixed it up enough.
Commanders 11 for 14 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Most of them have been these 3rd and short situations, which is exactly where you want to be to keep your offense moving the chains. Here they come out in the pistol. And Gibson picks it up. Gain of 2, and that's a 1st and goal from just shy of the 5.
Scott Turner's dad, Norv, did induct you into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yes, he did. And I'll show you right here. The offensive line here, they don't get a lot of movement. I mean, they're pretty much stalemated, but Gibson, I mean, he moves the pile himself. So sometimes you got to create your own running
1st
lane.
and goal back at the 6.
I will say this, in full disclosure, Norv Turner's as good an offensive mind as I know of, and Scott Turner
Bates goes in motion.
No doubt about it. There is a proud papa watching this one tonight.
Under center, a little draw. Gibson bounces off tackles. Gibson grinding to the 2.
Epps missed a tackle and a gain of 3. I mean, this is
This has been absolutely stunning, man. 30 minutes of time of possession for the Commanders as compared to 7.5 for the Eagles. The Commanders have dominated this team up front. Another drive extending inside 7 minutes. Oh, this is fun to watch. This is ball control football at its finest. Second down and goal. That looked like a bit of a false start. Heineke has to throw it away. He was getting hit. And now Taylor is a little slow to get up.
By safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson, 3rd and goal.
They bring pressure and force Heineke to do something.
Eagles brought the house on that one. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was unblocked off the edge and absolutely forced Taylor Heineke to get rid of that one in a hurry. Now we got a 3rd down and goal. Can this Eagles defense hold up?
3rd down and goal.
Trips right. From the 3-yard line, pressure. Heineke is sacked. Back at the 15, Brandon Graham. Javon Hargrave also in there. Another blitz, and that time Washington could not contain it. 4th and goal. Still, though, chance to take a 2-score lead.
And they leave him open, and he's got a chance if he sees it right away. But then the pressure finally gets to him. You know, since that strip sack,
right tackle got beat. There's some interior pressure as well. Now we got a 32-yard try here for Joey Sly. Wide snap, and Sly is able to tuck it through. Good hold there by Tress Way. And the Philadelphia Eagles take a 9-point lead. Or the Washington Commanders take a 9-point lead over the Philadelphia Eagles. Taylor Heineke, frustrated, couldn't cash in there, but nonetheless, been a phenomenal job by the Commanders. Takes tons of time off the clock on these extended drives. They've absolutely dominated at the line of scrimmage. Their offensive line has been phenomenal in this game. And hats off to Ron Rivera and Scott Turner, man. They had their guys ready to go, and Scott Turner has been phenomenal calling plays tonight. Dude, what a game by the Washington Commanders. That is really fun to see, man. And I obviously have no rooting interest in either of these teams, but I just love good physical ball control football. It gets me really excited, man, and that's exactly what the Washington Commanders have done tonight. Say what you want about that organization off the field, but they are capable of playing some good football when everything goes right for them. Despite all the bullshit that goes on off the fields with that organization, I feel like Ron Rivera has done a very good job getting his guys ready to play. Obviously, they've had a carousel at quarterback, but, you know, I feel like Taylor Heineke might bring a little bit more stability to that. He's not their long-term solution at the quarterback position, but in my opinion, he's a very adequate solution until they can find something better. Obviously, they still have the rookie Sam Howell on the bench. Not sure what we're going to see out of him. Obviously was really highly touted in his first couple of years in college and really fell off during his final year. Some thought he was going to be a first-round pick early on, but he ended up slipping all the way to the 5th round where the Commanders scooped him up. So we'll see if maybe he gets a shot at some point. But for right now, Taylor Heineke is doing a really good job holding off all other competition. I think barring injury, I don't believe we're going to see Carson Wentz take another snap for the Commanders again. I feel like that ship has sailed. Until something changes, I feel that Taylor Heineke has secured this job. We're back.
Recently lost his mother to lung cancer.
Ron Rivera, of course, dealing with the recent loss of his mother.
Passing away at the age of 82. Somebody know, I know, Troy, you have a lot of respect for in Ron Rivera.
Done a phenomenal job.
It's been a tough
despite
year
the
for Ron,
challenges in his personal life with this team. Here's
Returns
Britton
this kick
Covey,
from the
and he
goal
gets
line.
blasted.
at the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Talking about Ron Rivera. Troy, you lost your mother this past week.
I did. She was a good woman. She was a great mom.
Condolences,
and she
Troy
loved
and
watching
Ron
us
Rivera.
do our thing.
Sherilyn Aikman.
And I remember when I was young and when I was 10 years old, I grew up watching Monday Night Football. And I remember she'd always say, hey, one day maybe you'll be on Monday Night Football. So she was proud of all of her kids, but she was sure excited when we came over to Monday Night Football. And she's watched them all. And tonight she's watching from the skybox.
Yeah, there's no doubt
First down and
I love
10
you, buddy,
from the
and
20-yard line.
I just can't imagine how
Hand
proud
off.
she
Sanders
was
for
of all of
6.
her kids and her grandkids. And for you, somebody I consider one of the toughest people I know what you admired about your mom the most was her toughness.
No question. And prayers go out to Ron and his family as well. He's dealing with some of the same stuff. So thank you.
Second down and 4. 2 tight end set here for the Eagles.
You need to get to work. Down by 9.
Handoff goes to Sanders.
Trying to get involved
Sanders
in
will
this
pick
game
up the
plan.
first down.
And a nice
To the
carry
30-yard
to
line,
fight
he
for
gets
first
4.
down. Picked up
Nice
4.
effort there by
Derek
Miles.
Forrest, who had a pick in the
Forrest,
first
who
half,
had that
made stop.
interception earlier, making the stop there. And Eagles
Well, the Eagles
looking
are
to get something
pushing the
going
tempo
here,
a little
down
bit.
now by 2 scores
They can't get a
to
little something going here.
the Commanders. Pablo Salami audible there from Jalen Hurts. Let's see what this play is. I think it's something to the left. Indeed it
Sanders
is.
again.
Miles Sanders gets 4.
On first down gets 4. Jamin Davis, first round pick from Kentucky a year ago, made that tackle.
I love when the on-field
Yeah, this running game
audio
against this
catches
defense,
those
they're pretty
F-bombs.
good, against the run, and they were good week 3 when they played.
Second
each other.
down, they gave him
And then
3
Jalen
on that
Hurts just had
run
his
from
way
the
throwing the
33-yard
football. They just
line.
haven't had the ball enough to really get
It's
into
a
any
very
kind of
long
groove either
4.
way.
Hurts pulls
Hurts in trouble,
Chase.
flushed out right,
And
getting
just has to
chased
get
and
rid
just
of it.
has to get rid of it. Absolutely
Commanders
nothing
players
there,
were
and there were
coming after
3
him, including
Commanders
Deron
giving
Payne
chase.
and James Smith-Williams.
Absolutely
Third
nowhere
down and
for
6.
Jalen Hurts, and now
Yeah, they
brings
got
up
the
a
pressure
3rd
then
down
coming
and
off the
6 for the
edge.
Eagles.
And Jalen, inside there's pretty good protection where he'd be able to step up and do something, but instead he bails out, and then there was just nothing once the field gets cut down.
Third down and 6.
I mean, this Washington defense, no more than they've been on the field.
3rd and 6 now from the 34. Jalen Hurts from the shotgun in trouble. Fires over the middle. That is complete to the 50-yard line. Quez Watkins.
Watkins has his first of the night, and boy,
And that's
did
the
Eagles
first
need
hook up
that.
there for
Well,
Quez
it sure
Watkins
did.
from Jalen
Quez
Hurts, and
Watkins, he has really
big
good
gain there to
speed
move the
early into
chains to the
slot.
midfield stripe.
So he's going to be able to push up, and because of
Keeping
that
the
speed,
drive
you see the
alive for the
separation that he's been
Eagles.
able to create.
Good
Pretty
job by
pocket
Jalen
inside
Hurts
there
hanging
for
in the
Hurts to
pocket
deliver
and
the ball.
delivering a strike to his receiver
16 yards for
Watkins.
number 16, first down at midfield.
16-yard gain. They hurry it up. Jalen Hurts rolls out.
Hurts to his
Looking,
right.
firing,
Gets rid of it to the
complete.
tight end, Goddard.
Dallas
He has a touchdown
Goddard.
in the game.
And Goddard will get
And
about
Goddard with a
15
first
there.
down just outside the
Another
Washington
first down,
35.
and this Eagles passing attack is getting in a
And now you
rhythm.
can feel it. The Eagles, they've put together some plays, they've picked up some first downs, and now they've got Washington reeling a little bit.
15 yards to Goddard.
Trips left. Hurts lift his leg, hands it off. Gainwell surging.
Got about 8.
Across the 30, gain of 8.
This offensive line, they just haven't had an opportunity to really start leaning on people. And that was a really good pickup, good blocking up front.
Second and about 2.5. Trips right, handoff. Nope, read option. Hurts. Can he make a man miss? He can, but still runs into traffic after a gain of a couple. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 here for the Eagles. Good tackle there and good containment from the Commanders' defense. Like St. Just, among others, were in there.
Plants here. It looked like he was probably
Hurts tries to cut it back inside, but runs right into 3 Commanders players. Eagles now come out in a 3 tight end set on 3rd down and 1. Jack Stoll goes in motion. Under center. They hand it off. Sanders, and he's got it.
Sanders for a first down.
First down, gain of about 3.
Cam Curl came up to make the tackle, so the Eagles in a blink.
6 carries, 24 yards for Miles Sanders tonight.
Washington 24.
Eagles just has not had much time of possession. Washington's dominated the clock, but good job by the Eagles here. They're definitely taking some time off here in their strive.
And they're getting that.
55 seconds left to play
Under a minute to go.
in the third quarter. 2 receivers set to each side. Dallas Goedert goes in motion. They toss it to Sanders. Lane Johnson kicks out to block. Miles will get maybe 5.
6-yard gain.
Make it 6.
They bring Goddard down into the formation, and he cracks, and it allows then the tackle, Lane Johnson.
Eagles are going to have to run one more play here before the end of the third quarter.
Kind of lead the way. Lane Johnson, we haven't talked about him. What a career he's had. But he's having another fantastic season at right tackle.
I mean, he may be playing his best football.
Yeah, which is a high bar.
2nd down and 4 from the 18.
2nd down and 4.
Handoff. Sanders bounces off one tackle in the backfield and gets a first down. Great running by Miles Sanders.
He doesn't get a lot of opportunities.
Gain of 6.
This is
Looked like a dead play there. It was Jamin Davis trying to make a tackle, and Sanders makes a miss.
Doesn't get all that many carries. Only 4 times in his career.
Great running there by Miles Sanders, and poor effort by Jamin Davis, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Commanders lead, but the Eagles are knocking right on their door. Dude, this game has been one of the more exciting matchups so far, and this week has been a week of very exciting matchups. What a way to cap it off. Both teams playing physical, playing tough. Washington's controlled that clock, but good job here by the Philadelphia Eagles on this drive, keeping it away from the Commanders' offense. %67% still say that Philadelphia Eagles are going to win this game, man. We'll have to see if they can get off the field on defense here once they score. They're still down by 2 scores, so they're going to need to get a stop. All right, guys, we are back. There's Jeff Lurie hitting it off there with those Eagles fans, tailgating prior to the game. That's awesome.
During COVID, he is easily one of our favorites.
That's awesome.
To interact with 29th.
You can definitely tell that Jeff Lurie is very much an Eagles fan, although he owns the team. First down and 10.
Championship games, 2 Super Bowls, a win in Super Bowl 52. From ownership to GM to head coach to
trips left.
This is as stable
empty
as
backfield for Jalen.
Starts at the top. There's been a lot of winning going on in Philadelphia since he took over.
Jalen fires underneath. That is complete. Smith spins for the touchdown. What a drive by the Eagles. Good response there after the Commanders had been doing a great job controlling the clock. And now they are a PAT away from a 2-point game.
5 in a row, and then on first down they come out and they hit Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith's birthday today, 24 years old.
Happy
That's
birthday,
a good birthday
Devontae
present, getting this
Smith.
club right back into this game.
Get that guy in the end zone, man.
Smith on his birthday, 6 catches, 53 yards, and now the touchdown.
Extra point for Jake Elliott. It's perfect. Commanders still lead 23-21, but the Eagles back in business on that one. Just inside the fourth quarter, and we got ourselves a really tight ball game, folks. Still anyone's game here, and definitely that Eagles minus 11 pregame spread is not looking great. Man, again, though, hats off to Ron Rivera and the Washington Commanders. At first, it looked like this game was going to be a blowout the way that it began, but hats off again to Washington. They were resilient. They stuck to their game plan, and thus far it's worked out very well for them. Let's see if they can continue that and go on another long, sustained drive here. They've done a good job of running the football. Next Monday night, 49ers Cardinals from Mexico City. We will be live streaming that game right back here on Sparkin' Sports NFL. Man, we got ourselves a hell of an ending to this game brewing, man. I am really excited. Definitely the most exciting game that I've streamed so far. Alrighty, we are back. Washington Commanders looking to add on their 2-point lead here. Good response there by the Philadelphia Eagles there on that previous drive. Took plenty of time off the clock. After Commanders have dominated the play clock so far, let's see if they can continue that. Over the head of Gibson for the touchback. Washington will begin from their own 25.
Back-to-back seasons with touchdown catches on his B-Day. He's been busy tonight.
He has been busy. What a draft pick he was. He's done a lot of good things. And then, of course, getting paired up with A.J. Brown and those two guys. And, you know, we've seen what they're capable of doing. And together, what they've meant along with Dallas Goedert this season to Jalen Hurts.
Devontae Smith, first player in NFL history with a receiving touchdown on his birthday in back-to-back seasons.
And then they went out and made the move.
All right, Washington begins at their own 25. Tight end goes in motion. Under center handoff here goes to Robinson. Grinding forward for a gain of 5 to the 30-yard line. Absolute bulldozing run there by Brian Robinson.
Meatballs there at halftime. I wasn't so sure I was even going to be able to talk here in the second half.
Yeah, our statistician Ed Svita, Stat Rock Star, is that what it is? Yeah.
That's his handle.
That's his handle.
Boy.
His mom Lorraine, his pop Ed, went to work all week.
2nd and 5.
You don't hear from us in this fourth quarter.
Single tight end set to the right. Curtis Samuel goes in motion, and they flip it to him on a pop pass. And Samuel will get close to the line to gain. And they're going to give him a personal foul here on the Eagles. Late hit on Samuel, and that is on C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Got him for a late hit out of bounds there, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
About whether this is a foul or not.
Alex Kemp discussing it with his crew.
Personal foul.
Yep.
Defense number 23.
Hit to the helmet.
Automatic first down.
That is definitely a penalty.
Call, am I right?
Yeah, he's inbounds when that contact is initiated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he hit him in the head.
For a team that got a little something going offensively to tighten this game up and then to tack on 15.
He led with his helmet. That's why I think they called.
Brings the ball to
First and 10 now from the midfield stripe. Samuel in motion again in the handoff. Robinson. He gets only a yard there into Eagles territory to the 49.
Let's go back to that penalty.
Let's see. It looks like.
We saw in that prior shot.
Ooh. I don't know. It kind of looked like
wasn't
maybe
late.
Samuel initiated the contact.
Here's a good look
Looks
at
like
it right
Samuel
here.
lowered his own helmet.
Gardner Johnson, I mean, he's a physical player.
It's a tight call, man. That is definitely a tight call.
2nd and 9.
Second out and 9. 2 receivers set to the left side. It's a wildcat. Heineke split out at the top of the screen. And they got to hurry up and snap this thing. They do. Oh, it's the Philly special formation. They fake it. And Kerbin Samuel will run a little reverse and picks up maybe 7. That looked like the Philly special formation.
And he uses Antonio Gibson as his lead blocker.
Yeah, McLaurin, he comes around, they fake that.
They fake that little razzle-dazzle there.
Again, Curtis Samuel, he was recruited to Ohio
Now that
State
brings up a
as
3rd down and
running back.
3.
And so he does have that in his
Eagles
background.
faithful are getting
They're
loud.
taking more advantage of it this year.
3rd down and 3.
Heineke winds it up for McLaurin, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13 by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So Gardner-Johnson, who just had that penalty, and another pick for C.J. Gardner-Johnson for the league leader this season. That is now his 6th.
Safety playing halves coverage. You see C.J. Gardner-Johnson. This is a 2-deep look.
So Gardner-Johnson makes up for that penalty. Underthrown ball. Heineke does not look off the safety. CJ was not fooled on that one, and he totally undercuts it. And a big play for the Philadelphia Eagles, and the league leader in interceptions gets another. Man, this game is nuts. This game is absolutely nuts. Looked like Washington, the momentum was starting to shift to their sideline there for a while. They were going on another extended drive, but key mistake there by Taylor Heineke, and that's the kind of the worry there with Taylor Heineke. That's how they lost the game last week against the Minnesota Vikings. I may have said earlier that Taylor Heineke had secured that starting job, but it's a roller coaster, man. Taylor Heineke is literally the second coming of Ryan Fitzpatrick. One game he will look absolutely phenomenal and make some crazy plays that he'll just pull out of his ass. And then that play style will absolutely be a disaster the following week, and it'll lead to ugly interceptions like that one. All right, guys, we're back.
This crowd is alive. And they just
Yeah, it is.
Another
Eagles
interception
crowd's
turned in by
electric.
C.J.
They
Gardner-Johnson.
take over now at their own 7-yard line following the interception by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
For CJ and a
12 minutes and 24 seconds left to play in the game. Handoff. Miles Sanders. He gets 3.
We'll go back and take a look at the interception. Here's Terry McLaurin here. Here's Curtis Samuel who's going to take the middle. Now you've got to do something to this guy here, C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
You got to look off the safety, dude.
Allow him to backpedal.
Got to manipulate that with your
either to
eyes.
the
That's
inside
not a
receiver
great
or
rep
to
there
the
by
outside
Taylor
receiver.
Heineke.
Instead, you're going to see when he comes off the ball,
It's
the
terrible.
ball is thrown and he's able to just turn and run and make a play. So just
2nd down
he
and
got away
7
with it in the first half,
from the 10.
and this time it didn't pay off for him, and it cost him.
Hurts keeps
Handoff to,
right up the gut.
oh, QB draw, Jalen Hurts.
First down carry for
And
Jalen
he will
Hurts,
get it
just
to the
inches
20-yard
short of the
line,
20.
and that'll be a first down.
You know, so you just
Gain of
stay the
10.
course is what the Eagles have done, and as bad as it was in the first half, it was, you know, it's still a relatively tight ball game considering how many plays Washington had run and how few the Eagles had. And you just hang in there and
First and
you
10 from the
score one
20-yard
time,
line.
and now all of a sudden it's a
2 receivers set to each side.
That was only
Hand
Hurts'
off on a
fourth
read
rush
option. That
attempt
is
of the
Miles
game.
Sanders. He gets 8.
Way more involved in this second half.
Out of bounds
Classic
at
there,
the
McKinney
28.
Of 8. Washington had a 6-point lead and a 1st and goal at the 6. The Eagles get that sack.
Play clock.
They
Game
force the field
clock
goal.
continues to run.
The Eagles
Inside
score a
11
touchdown,
minutes
now
left to
get the
play.
interception, and they have the ball down by 2 with the second and
Taylor
2.
Heineke stewing over that really ugly interception. Second down and 2. 2 tight ends set to the left side. Hurts fakes it. He's in trouble. It's a busted play, and Jalen Hurts, he is close to the first down, lowers his shoulder a little bit short.
By Jamin Davis and others.
That was a busted play from the beginning there, and Jalen Hurts able to ad-lib it into a couple of yards. But that does bring up a 3rd down and short.
It's a 3-man route. And so they're trying to block it up. And
Right guard Isaac Samalo gets beat, and Deron Payne was right in the backfield.
Go down right there.
But excellent job by Jalen Hurts, bringing up a 3rd down and 1.
Of a loss of 5 or 6, and now they hurry it up on
QB
3rd down,
sneak.
rolling, rather, 3rd
Jalen
down
Hurts
inches
will
and get
keep
the
it.
First down as Hurts pushes it forward.
And that'll move the chains again
first down
for the
for Nick
Philadelphia
Sirianni.
Eagles. Clock
Offensive coordinator
continues
Shane
to
Steichen.
tick.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about Shane Steichen. I know things have been a little stop and go here offensively, but he's been really good too. We came into this game talking about Nick Sirianni and the job that he's done, and really the entire staff. Jonathan Gannon on the defensive side of the ball coming into the game, but Shane Steichen has done some good things.
1st and 10.
Plays for this offense and being balanced.
Play action for Hurts. It's a tight end screen for Dallas Goedert. And 3-yard gain. Oh, ball's out. Goddard's down. Ball is out. They're going to call it a catch fumble. Let's see if Goddard was down. Looked like he was also injured on the play. Dallas Goedert is still down. We'll have to take a look at this at a couple of angles, but right now the concern for the Eagles is Dallas Goedert. They're calling it a touchdown. Let's see if the ball is out. That was a first of all, that was a face mask. First of all, Washington gets away with a face mask. The ball is out. But bigger concern for the Eagles right now is for Dallas Goedert. That's a messed up play there on the Eagles on multiple levels. Goddard did fumble it. They missed a face mask.
So he will be down.
Davis is going to be marked short. This will not be a touchdown. The ball is out. It will be Washington ball. Unfortunately, it looks like Dallas Goedert is injured.
No touchdown, but it's a takeaway.
A lot to unpack here
on a call that
It is
will
a
not sit
takeaway,
well as they miss the face mask.
but it will not be a score. Goddard is up and walking off. That's great to see.
Yeah, that was a missed call.
It was.
Play is under review.
You can't review the
They're gonna take a
penalty.
look at it for this down by contact. That's really all they need to look at. The face mask, these Philly fans are going to let them know for the next 20 to 30 minutes.
Yes,
that
they
missed
will.
that call.
They sure will. Davis is going to be down by contact, but that should have never been a turnover to begin with. That was a terrible missed call there by the officials. Good to see Dallas Goedert's okay after that, but man, that was a lot to unpack there on that sequence. Wow. So after all that, it is going to be Washington football. The question is where. Davis was touched down. We'll have to see where exactly he was touched down, but that will not be a score, but it's still going to be Washington football. Shit. Deal with it later. Either way, man, that's a big turnover for the Commanders. Again, though, it should have never been a turnover because the officials blatantly missed a face mask. Fucking ref ball, man. But regardless, it will be Washington ball. Man, that was such an obvious face mask. Alrighty, we are back.
Tonight, 2 turnovers. This one will not sit well. The first 8 games, the Eagles have turned it over just 3 times total. They missed
Terrible
the face
missed
mask.
call.
We're going to get a play here, and then we're going to go back to this. They did an
First down and 10 now from the 34-yard line of Philadelphia.
They bring the ball back.
Handoff goes to Brian Robinson for a yard.
John, it's worth pointing out to fans that while they go to replay and they look at that, the face mask is not something that they can change, or the
No, they
face
cannot.
mask call.
Right. And
That
we've
is
been
not
talking about
reviewable.
this for years, trying to get some of these big 15-yard penalties in the review process to get them fixed, especially the safety
seriously.
fouls on players.
I can obviously get the holds, the false starts, those kind of penalties don't need to be reviewed, but I think any 15-yard penalty probably should at least be confirmed by the replay officials upstairs. But nonetheless, 2nd and 9. Screen for Gibson. High throw. That throws the timing off. And he is blown up by Milton Williams. Loss of several yards on that one. Loss of 5.
2nd and 8, and Washington just trying to stay out ahead of the chains and make it a really manageable or short 3rd down if they're unable to pick it up. Instead, they lose yardage, make it 3rd and long. Now, Philadelphia has been on the field a lot.
Now it's 3rd and 13 for the Eagles, or for the Commanders. Jesus Christ. I cannot talk today. 3rd and 13 for the Commanders. 4 receivers set to the right side. Empty backfield here for Heineke. Heineke in trouble. Not there. He's got to throw it away. Let's see if that made it back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know if it did. Flag flies. That might be intentional grounding.
With that play all the way across the field.
That might be intentional grounding. It's an eligible man downfield on Washington.
Yeah, Washington's trying to, they're running a tight end screen.
Ineligible downfield. Offense number 69. That penalty's declined. Fourth down.
So Taylor Heineke on third down in this half now. 0 for 2. Throwing the ball with a pick and a sack.
Yeah, the timing of this is all off.
Yeah, it is.
Scrambling, you can see right here. I mean, it's 8 yards
Taylor's
downfield.
good job throwing away, but obviously the offensive linemen were already well downfield on that one.
This drive going, but otherwise you make this a more opportune kick.
Here's a long field goal here. Sly made a 58-yarder earlier in this game to close out the first half. Now he's trying a 50-yarder. Another bad snap, but Sly drills it right down the middle. Joey Sly with a hammer shot.
What a night for Joey Sly.
And that makes it a 5-point game.
Before half, 32, and now
that was a big kick there by Joey Sly, who was having a hell of a night. Right down Broad Street. Taylor Heineke is happy. And that was a big kick there for Joey Sly, and you can see Carson Wentz fired up there on the sideline in his return to Philadelphia, although, of course, he is inactive. Two-thirds of you guys are still saying the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win this game. It was definitely a big field goal there for Washington, extending the lead to a touchdown. Or at least the Eagles will need a touchdown to take the lead. Man, again, though, hats off to Washington, man. They've played probably their most complete game of the season. Ron Rivera had his guys ready to go. For the Eagles, man, they've done some good stuff to stay in it, but overall, you have to wonder if this was a bit of a trap game for them. We'll have to see who comes out victorious in this one. It is still anybody's game. Eagles have a chance to go downfield and take the lead on this possession, so we will see what happens. All right, we're at
10 points off the takeaways.
Joey Sly boots it away.
Each side has turned it over twice. And we look at the NFC
touchback.
East, with the Eagles trailing here tonight by 5 at the moment. And through 10 weeks, this is the highest win percentage of any division in NFL history. I think most people thought coming in, now you may get losses that pile up because of intra-division games, but this was going to be the AFC West. But instead, it's the NFC East with the way those 4 teams have played. And
all right, first down and 10 here for Nick Sirianni's Eagles.
And what's interesting coming into this game, they were just a half a game out of a wild card.
First down and 10 from the 25. Trips right.
Was in the medical 10 a moment
Handoff.
ago.
Sanders dances, and he gets about 3.
He's going to get 3. Meanwhile, A.J. Brown, who's been such a big piece and addition to this team, 1 catch, 7 yards.
Yeah, that's another big storyline in this game is that the Commanders have done a fantastic job containing A.J. Brown tonight. You can definitely tell that was part of their game plan.
2nd and 7.
Handoff. A little push pass here to Quez Watkins.
Watkins with a first down.
And he's got a first down gain.
A.J. Brown helping out there on the block. Roll coverage to his way. It looked initially pre-snap that maybe you'd get a one-on-one opportunity.
Good blocking out in front there by A.J. Brown.
Buck and Fuller on the edge. But it looked like if they were
Kendall
going to throw
Fuller
the ball,
there.
That, you got a one-on-one look, and they gave Fuller help.
Now it's 1st and 10 from 36. 3 tight end set for Philly.
9-yard completion.
Handoff. Miles Sanders. Flag is down. It's probably a hold. Gain of a couple on that play. And another late flag comes in. Let's see. Yeah, it's a hold.
10-yard penalty, first down.
It's on Landon Dickerson, left guard.
Landon Dickerson, the left guard, who was good and getting better and better.
He was right here in the middle.
Yep.
That's
this is definitely a hold. Working on Jonathan Allen there.
You're going to hold somebody. Jonathan Allen is a
Yeah, Jonathan Allen probably isn't a bad guy to hold if you're going to have to hold someone. Yeah.
First down and 20.
Brings us first down and 20 now. Back at the 26.
Jalen Hurts without a fourth-quarter comeback in his young career at home.
Jalen
twice.
Surveys, fires it deep downfield, wide open. Quez Watkins. Oh, and he loses the ball. Ball is out. Watkins loses it, and now Commanders pick it up. It's Derek Forrest. Forrest, who had an interception earlier, now has a fumble recovery. The Eagles hit the big play, and then they cough it up with Quez Watkins and Derek Forrest. After the ball rolls around, Forrest, Johnny on the spot. Let's make sure that the ball is indeed out. Cover 2, Jalen Hurts splits the safeties with the post. Quez, that is out. That is a fumble. He doesn't get tapped down by contact. He gets up, and then he fumbles. Benjamin St. Just forced it out. And Derek Forrest once again with a big play. Johnny on the spot. And the Commanders with another big turnover.
And this is a quiet stadium. It's a 5-point
and
game.
You could hear a pin drop there at Lincoln Financial Field.
Takes over at their own 27.
First down and 10 now for Washington, up by 5, looking for more. It's a draw. It's Gibson. And he gets 3.
After a gain of 3.
Well, that's what you said, Joe. I mean, they matched their season total on turnovers coming into this game, and that's something that they had been so good at avoiding. Protecting the football. On the defensive side of the ball, they had been getting the takeaways. They've gotten some of those tonight. They've won the turnover battle each game. And the turnovers offensively, I mean, they haven't had the ball that much. That's been well documented. But then they made some plays. And the turnovers, especially that one, what a costly fumble.
Second down and 7 from the 30. Trips right. Gibson.
Hand off to Gibson again.
Inside the 30, grinding to the 33, and that brings up 3rd and 4.
Making the stop, a gain of 3.
Yeah, and I'll go back to the fact that the Eagles have been on the field for so much. Can they come up with a play? Here
Eagles defense really starting to get tired out here. They've been on the field for most of this game.
Down all night long.
12 for 18. 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4 from the 33. Taylor Heineke looking, throwing, blown coverage. That is Curtis Samuel, and we got a flag.
A flag is down.
And the Eagles are pointing at Washington. That might be a push-off. Could be offensive pass interference. It
And
is.
it's offensive pass interference.
It's on Samuel.
Offense number 1. 10-yard penalty. Still third down.
They get Jahan Dotson, the rookie.
Well, from what I saw of it, I think
A
it's a bad play.
backbreaker.
I think
Let's
Jahan
see.
Watson here is just running his route. I don't think he's trying to pick anybody off.
Oh, come on. He's not even touching him.
And he's
I
entitled to
don't.
running his
Seriously,
route.
he's entitled to running a route. Come on, man. That's
And
not a
that's
pick.
obstructing. More than 1
That is
yard,
not a-
I get the route, but he's got to avoid the guy rather than create the
Ugh.
defender.
Yeah, I disagree with. I don't think he created it. I think he's running a route.
I don't think he created it either. Nonetheless, now we got 4 receivers set to the right side of the field. 3rd and 14, they just dump it underneath. Antonio Gibson, can he make a man miss? He cannot.
Short of first
4th down and 2, and now the Eagles will have to kick, or the Commanders will have to kick it away.
After the play, here's another look at it. The angle's
Now the
not
Commanders will have to
great,
punt.
but
That
you
is
can't
not a
tell
great
if
call.
he's trying to avoid it
I
or
don't
not.
think that's a
I mean,
penalty.
Obviously, here's a better look at it at the top.
I don't think that's a
And he's more
penalty.
than a yard off the line of scrimmage, and I mean clearly that's the design of the play. You're anticipating man coverage, but I don't think he moved off his track in order to try to create the pick.
Here's
I
Covey.
agree.
He gets knocked down at the 20, and the Eagles have to go back to work.
I agree with Troy.
Fumbles on their last 2 possessions, but the defense gets a stop and gets the ball.
Now, Eagles have a chance to go down and win it. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left in the game. Eagles find themselves down by 5. Their defense did a good job getting off the field there. Now let's see if their offense can return the favor.
And number 5 Tennessee squares off against South Carolina. College football Saturday kicks off at noon Eastern. That was the
First down and 10,
punt
trips
of
left.
the night. With under 4 to go.
Handoff.
They stay on the ground.
Goes to
with
Miles
on
Sanders.
first down.
Gets
Pick up
3.5.
3.
Well, we came into the game talking about Jalen Hurts and what he's been able to do, and
Fuck you.
can he do it again? He did it on that last drive.
That's a
On
bad
really
spot.
great
That was
ball,
at least
great read.
3-yard gain. That wasn't a
Quez
2-yard
Watkins,
gain.
And now with time ticking away, now under 3 minutes left in this game.
On-field
how many
audio
more
is great,
opportunities are you
man.
going to get?
2nd and 8.
Hey, Mark Sanders with a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Hurts
in
retreats,
trouble and
has
is
to
able
get rid
just
of it.
get rid of it.
Gets rid of it in defeat of Sanders. That brings up a
As
3rd
he
and
was
8.
under heavy pressure
He was
from
under
Jonathan
heavy
Allen.
pressure. Jonathan Allen, the
Jonathan
stud
Allen, he
defensive
gets
lineman for the
pressure right up
Commanders
the
in
field.
there.
Landon Dickerson right here,
Excuse me.
left guard, and just immediately.
Ooh.
a win.
Landon Dickerson was just put on his back. That was
Didn't have
a
chance
that was
at all. We
a
mentioned those
horrible
two guys
block.
Inside Allen and Payne, and man, they are.
I mean,
something.
I get it's Jonathan
They're hard
Allen,
for
but
anyone.
you got to at least
Trying to
try
slow
to
them
block
down.
him.
Third down
Now
and
it's
8.
3rd down and 8. Trips to the left side. Jalen in trouble, and he's dumped. Montez Sweat all the way back at the 16. And Washington's defense comes in clutch, and the punt team coming out. Oh, man. Washington's defense might have just sealed that for him.
Hurts doesn't see anything right away,
He's
and then
got
he tries
nothing
to take off
downfield.
and
That's a
run,
coverage sack.
And they collapse it on him.
Jalen
quickly.
tries to get out of it.
Get this off.
Couldn't do it.
And
Uh-oh. Fire drill.
is going to punt it on
Oh,
the run.
boy.
Flag flies
Oh,
as
boy.
Sipos is
Fire
able to knock
drill.
it down inside the 35.
That looked like a low snap. Aaron Sipos is able to pick it up
So
and
flag is
get
down,
out.
and we'll see what the call
Flag is down.
It's like
Is it a
ineligible
hold,
man
maybe?
down.
I think
Oh,
because
ineligible
of his timing,
downfield.
everything just like a pass gets thrown
Threw the
off.
timing off.
I don't think
See
Sipos
if-
had a grasp of the ball.
Ineligible downfield on a kick. Kicking
See where
team
they
number
mark it.
44. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
They're going to make him re-kick. 5-yard penalty and a re-kick.
Or he was just worried he was going to get blocked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have
wasn't
declined the
confident he'd be able to get that off, and
I would have
he was
declined the
down, Joe.
penalty if I was Washington.
Probably a good decision on his part.
I would have declined the penalty. That would have given you a better field position, right?
Those are 2:08 There's a chance that this could run down to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, they're counting on an extra stop.
Yeah.
To the 2-minute warning with Washington possessing the ball.
Yeah.
So that's a big call, and Sipos has to hit it from his end zone.
I don't know. I almost would have declined the penalty if I were Washington there.
Officially Milne on the return, and that is one stop that is gone for the Eagles.
That was definitely an interesting decision.
5-point game.
All right. 2-minute warning. Yeah, again, man, that was definitely an interesting decision there. Well, looks like we got another vote for the Commanders to win this game. 50% of you are on the Commanders, 50% are on the Eagles. Again, guys, thank you so much to everyone who's tuning in. Just a reminder, it would really help me out if you could leave a like on this stream. It helps push us out to fellow NFL fans and helps us get seen by more people. So if you want to help us grow, that would be a really great way to do that. Also, if you don't want to miss another stream, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you are a Denver Broncos fan, please be sure to check out my Denver Broncos channel, Denver Broncos Syndicate. We stream all Broncos games, or at least all Broncos road games on that channel. Sometimes we do some home games. I got my man Derek who holds those down for me. But otherwise, man, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's been a fun game. Washington Commanders have really come to play tonight. And they definitely have taken it to the final undefeated team in the league. And now, Commanders are basically a first down away from winning this game. Seriously, man, hats off to Ron Rivera. Hats off to Scott Turner, and even hats off to the piece of crap that is Jack Del Rio. They clearly had a good game plan, and they stuck to it. We're back. Just going to give it a second here. Man, Washington Commanders, 38 minutes and 35 seconds of game possession. That's a winning formula.
This is a 5-point game here in Philadelphia. When people all week started talking about this undefeated team, they looked ahead.
Washington has run 75 plays on offense as compared to 46 for Philadelphia. It kind of tells you all you need to know right there. First down and 10. It's a toss play. Brian Robinson looks to get back to the line, and he does. And Philly will burn their first time out. They can still get the ball back here.
Who is ruling the moment, brought to you by Burger King. And we look at the takeaways. The Eagles came in with 3 all season. They get an interception from Derek Forrest early. They get this on a missed face mask call and a takeaway by Jamin Davis. And then the catch by Watkins pops up. Ball gets knocked out by St. Juice and recovered by Forrest. 3 takeaways by the Commanders.
All right, second and 9.
What the Commanders had been able to do.
Another run coming here.
Create takeaways, but they did their part doing that tonight.
Hand off here.
Run.
Robinson, or make it.
The end of the game.
Yep, Robinson. Gain of a couple, and second timeout used by the Eagles.
As Jalen Hurts is trying to get warm over on the bench, he figures and is hoping to get one more crack at it.
Jalen Hurts hoping to get one more try here. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman taking us up to the booth.
Unbelievable start to the season, but credit to the Washington Commanders who are trying to close this out, and one first down will do just that.
I think Joe almost called Washington by their former name there.
On the road, and they've they've been outstanding. I mean, we've talked a lot about the Eagles and their staff and what Nick Sirianni has done.
Third down and 7 now.
This Washington staff.
It'll be a big stop here if the Eagles defense can get off the field. Man coverage across the board. Pressure's coming. Pocket swallows up on Heineke, and he just goes down. Wise. Oh, Brandon Graham with a stupid penalty. With a late hit, Taylor Heineke went down. I don't know. Let's see what happened. It looks like they're going to get Brandon Graham. Let's see. Was it a hard hit? Was it a late hit? Heineke gave it himself up, and that's going to end the game. That's going to end it. Brandon Graham with the personal foul. Let's see. Taylor Heineke wisely went down, and Graham just shoves him. That is so stupid.
It's the right call.
It's the right call. You can see what Graham was doing.
Brandon Graham, the game's on the line. He's trying to make a play, and it looked like he's trying to hold up at the end of this.
He is trying to pull up, it looks like. Yep.
It is a foul by rule.
Yep. I get it. Quarterback's in the pocket, so he's avoided those extra protections there. Another handoff, but that basically ended the game there. And getting a little chippy down there. These two teams do not like each other. Historically, one of the greater rivalries in the NFL. Nick Sirianni takes his final timeout. It's a tough penalty for Brandon Graham, man. By rule, it's a foul, but that's just tough for Graham. That is tough, man. He's just trying to make a play. But I get it. Heineke's afforded those extra protections, and he went down. He gave himself up. Heineke called for the flag, and he immediately signaled for first down. He knew it.
Commanders have run the ball 40
Second down and 6. One more first down. We'll put a bow on it. Oh, nope. A little delayed kneel down.
47 times, Joe, and just barely over 3 yards a carry.
And
so they just stuck with it. Continued to kind of stay out ahead of it.
Philly does get the ball back. They'll maybe get one play, but that's going to be if they get the ball back.
And they converted
3rd and 8. They'll probably take another one of those delayed kneel downs, try to take as many seconds off as they can.
Of course, that Washington was able to get defensively.
And
Heineke, who grew up a fan of the Green Bay Packers and beat the Packers.
Maybe one play. Maybe. It's going to be about 10 seconds. They're going to punt this all away and try to take those last few seconds off.
Is a signature win for Heineke.
That is a signature win indeed for Taylor Heineke, man. And how ironic is that for Carson Wentz?
We'll play the game, and then I'll decide on the quarterback when it's time.
Well, I think it might have been decided.
At least in my opinion, with what he's done here tonight, deserves to keep rolling.
I agree. And
absolutely.
There's gonna be time left on this clock. I mean, you can see 11 seconds now left.
All right, so we're gonna have a punt here.
Commanders decided to
maybe
rather than continue to run the ball and take more time off the clock. So there's going to be another.
Well, let's see if maybe the punter just takes a snap and just runs around with it and tries to milk some time. Nope, they're bringing the offense out.
At home against the Vikings.
Or are they? What are they doing? Nope, they're bringing the punt team out.
Former quarterback Kirk Cousins, and now they come on the road in a game. Double-digit underdog. Nobody gave him any chance.
Washington may need to burn a timeout here. Oh, no. Play clock isn't running. They are going to punt. Or at least they're getting in punt formation.
I mean, we know what we've watched tonight. But this has been a different team with Taylor Heineke at quarterback than it's been with Carson Wentz.
They do punt it. Clock ticking. Fair catch at the 10-yard line. 5 seconds. And you have to imagine it's lateral time now for the Eagles. Let's see if we can get a miracle here in the city of brotherly love.
2 minutes at the end of the play, which took a stop
5 seconds left. There's going to be enough time for one snap offensively. And you got to imagine it's going to be hook and ladder time. Ron Rivera making sure his defense is lined up just in case. They do have 2 timeouts in case they are not lined up properly.
It's said every year when the last unbeaten.
All right, here we go. Last play of the game.
Their perfect season.
Jalen Hurts underneath. They lateral it back to Devontae Smith. Smith laterals it. And instead it's recovered for a defensive touchdown by Casey Toohill. And that will do it. What a signature win for the Washington Commanders. Taylor Heineke gets the job done. And the last undefeated team in the NFL falls to 8-1. What a win. The Commanders are now 5-5. Their season very much alive. The Philadelphia Eagles still a top team in the league, but this is definitely a tough loss for them. Jalen Hurts, couple of key errors there. Taylor Heineke, probably the biggest win of his career so far. What a game by Washington. Thank you so much, guys, to everyone who tuned in. I really appreciate it. If you could just leave a like on this stream on your way out, I'd really appreciate that as well. Thanks, guys. See you Thursday night for Packers and Titans. Peace out, and let's